Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Upper Arlington and Olentangy Liberty clash in the Fans High School Football Game of the Week. Catch tonight in high school football at 6:30. Kickoff at 7, then high school overtime with Ryan Baker and Lee Cochran at 9:30. College football, number 1 Ohio State welcomes Minnesota Saturday at 7:30. Buckeyes have won 13 straight over the Golden Gophers. Coverage on the Fan begins at 2. NFL, Browns and Vikings battle Sunday at 9:30 from London, England. Minnesota quarterback Carson Wentz will make his third straight start for injured J.J. McCarthy. Bengals welcome the Lions Sunday at 4:25. This update sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
So where's the office, back at Division? Yeah, in the office, baby. Going out.
And here we go. Welcome back into Rothman and Ice. I'm Matty Ice. On the board doing his thing per usual is TLC. And to my right again today, ladies and gentlemen, I am being joined by a former Buckeye wide receiver and a Grey Cup MVP by the name of DeVere Posey. Depot, happy Football Friday, brother. How you feeling today? You good?
I'm feeling good, man. You can't ask for, another better weekend for homecoming, right? Yeah. You got a night game and the shoe.
Yes, sir.
It's a spectacle to see. And like
Yep.
what do you always say? Like a day like this and a day like tomorrow.
Come on, man.
It's the best thing the city has to offer.
It's what it's all about.
On the annual calendar.
Folks, thanks for your time. As always, we appreciate you. We will have some fun and take you to 3 o'clock. Lineup for today, bottom of this hour. Former Buckeye running back Beanie Wells will join the program to talk about the old Scarlet and Gray, what he's been seeing from Ryan Day and his crew. 1:45, as always, on a Football Friday. Tim May will join us in the Buckeye Bulletin. And then at 2:30 in our big game preview, Andy Greeter he covers Gopher football for St. Paul Pioneer Press will join us to talk about PJ Fleck and his crew. Just a reminder, if you miss anything from our show, do not worry. You can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you got to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3. We'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the pod as well. The wonderful folks at Bet365 sponsor the Rothman and Ice podcast. Want to pass this along too. Join the Fan live on campus Saturday as the Buckeyes host Minnesota. We're tailgating at the O Patio and Pub on Lane beginning at 10 a.m. featuring live bands, great food, and a fun time. The Fan at the O Patio and Pub on Lane is sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers, Jameson Whiskey, didn't go to college, and Coors Light, so it'll be a good time. Come on out tomorrow and see the crew. Depot, happy Friday. Also, happy new Taylor Swift album day to those that celebrate.
This is a celebration.
I know this is a big day.
Yep.
I am not a Swiftie myself.
I don't get in the way of Swifties and Beehives, and I don't do anything. I stay in my lane.
I acknowledge greatness, and I stay out of the way.
Absolutely.
I've seen it all over social media, some takes on the album. I will give it one spin, because when it comes to all-timers, I like to just tap in and see what's going on. I really can't name a whole bunch of Taylor Swift songs, but I know she has a unbelievable following that is worldwide, and she is one of the GOATs, as the Swifties tell me. And so, happy new Taylor Swift album day to all that celebrate. TLC, what's going on with you today, man? You good?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to listen to all those songs. And, hey, she loves the number 13, October 3rd, 10-3.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Because apparently that's important.
Hey, what do you got, Depot?
Did we both pick the Rams yesterday, TLC?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
But I'll tell you what, I would have.
Yep.
Because I thought that the 49ers were missing their entire team, and apparently it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter when you got CMC and Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones because that's an impressive
What's the number?
dub.
What's the number?
We just did this the other day.
I know.
281-330-8004. Mac Jones. Yeah, come on.
There it is. There it is.
Wait.
I brought that to the table the other day because AR
TLC doesn't know the number.
He knows it now because I brought it up the other day.
I know there is a number. I just couldn't tell you what it was.
I brought it up the other day because I mentioned the 8675309 song. Okay. And AR was kind of, I think he was blown away that I knew that. And I'm like, that's a very popular song. I've heard that many a times. But then I brought to the table the Mike Jones song.
Yep.
Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all own me.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've heard from Mike Jones since then.
I heard from Mac Jones last night.
Is this a what's he up to?
Listen, man.
But Mac Jones for the San Francisco 49ers, credit to him.
Kendrick Bourne.
Because that is what a lot of teams would hope for, is that you got a backup quarterback coming in, right? And he can just not only hold it down, but propel you to wins. And so now here the 49ers are. They grab a dub last night, 26-23. They sit atop the NFC West, and they are 4-1. And so I think we've got to get some credit to Kyle Shanahan. He's always been tabbed as a really good offensive mind, Depot. And you see when you still have a rock like CMC and a guy like Mac Jones who isn't going to mess things up, you can grab some divisional wins. It was impressive last night.
Gotta say, the overwhelming factor of CMC back is just nice to settle the wires. I mean, he's dealt with calf issues as an older player, back-to-back years. And for him, that's his explosiveness. So just to see a little bit of the pop back, man, he's such an enjoyable player to watch, man. And then also, Kendrick Bourne, impressive, performance. I mean, he went out, he left San Francisco on that first Jimmy Garoppolo, Super Bowl run. He was on that team, and then he went and got some money, played in New England for a couple years, and welcome home. You come out 10 catches like that, man. It's
a good day at the office,
man. Great system. I mean, that system that Shanahan runs, that goes all the way back to the Elway days, Kubiak days. It's just
dangerous, man.
It's a great system. It still works today.
Yeah, for sure. Respect the heck out of what they do on offense. You mentioned CMC. After last night, he is now in rare air. I saw this from Adam Schefter. He tweeted out this graphic. Players with 11,000 or more yards from scrimmage and 80 or more touchdowns through their first 100 career games. CMC is now atop the list with guys like Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Tomlinson, Emmitt Smith, Eric Dickerson, and Jim Brown. You want to talk about elite company that you're in? It doesn't get much better than that. So the production for this guy, like you said, Depot, if he's healthy and available, this is what you get, arguably one of the best dual threat running backs the sport has ever seen.
The real question is, will he be the first McCaffrey to be in Canton?
Yes.
Will his dad get elected?
I think at this point the answer is no to his dad getting in, right? Like he's been away from the game for so long.
Yeah.
I don't think his pops is getting in, but Christian is stamped as a first ballot Hall of Famer.
That Pearsall love, how he got it, Drew Pearsall got it real late.
Maybe, right.
Real late.
Right.
But you never know. Definitely for sure, probably, right? It kind of puts him in rare air, like you said.
There's no doubt about it, right? That he is just a one of one, and he came from Stanford. Like, this wasn't one of those powerhouse college football programs. Obviously, they've had Andrew Luck and they've had Richard Sherman and CMC, but they aren't pumping into the NFL a whole bunch of NFL talent year in and year out. So the fact that he went there, came out on the other side, and has been what he's been, and again, joining the company that I mentioned after last night, like, that's just special, special stuff. So there's no doubt he will be in Canton. Unfortunately, got to pour one out for the Cleveland Guardians after yesterday, Depot. It got away from them in the 7th inning, where Detroit comes out and scores 4 in that inning, and we all know that is not where the Guardians want to be or need to be, is chasing that many runs. Overall, though, when you look at what they were able to do and coming back from the amount of games that they came back from to take away the AL Central from the Detroit Tigers, I still think this was an impressive year. There's young guys that they can build around. They just have to find more offense up and down that lineup. So it'll be interesting to see how they can go about that this offseason. I think we know what the formula is, so I won't be surprised if they take another crack at it and maybe trade a guy to get a prospect to come in that could be an offensive bat for them. But that was one of the key moments in that game yesterday, Depots. Detroit hanging 7 or 4 in the 7th inning on the Guardians' heads. But overall, to me, I still think they should hold their head high with what they had to roll out there for 162. And, there's not a lot of, I think, managers or franchises that can roll those type of guys out there and find themselves in the postseason the way that Cleveland consistently does.
Yeah, that was a tough one, and so all of Ohio went down with that one last night.
Yeah, man. Reds done, Guardians done, and now we move on to what should be some fun series that start tomorrow. You got a couple divisional opponents in this thing. Chicago and Milwaukee will play in the NL Central. In the DS. NL Central teams represented there, and then you'll get the Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays playing in the AL DS as well. So
who do we root for the rest of the way?
You're asking as Pirates and Reds fans.
Yeah.
Who are we rooting for? On the NL side,
We can pick anybody, basically.
we can. There's something about Philadelphia for me that has been.
That's a great atmosphere in the playoffs.
It's arguably one of the best in all the sports in the playoffs, but they just been knocking on that door with this roster. And now that roster is aging to a certain degree. You got guys in there, early to mid 30s. So, man, they've been right there. So I wouldn't be mad at Philadelphia going all the way and getting it done this year, TLC.
Yeah, that's definitely an option. I have so much respect for their home crowd that they bring in a playoff game.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's every single pitch. They're on their feet.
Yeah.
They're singing. Whose walk-up song is it?
It's the second baseman.
Is it
Dancing
Bryson
on My
Stott?
Own? Yes, it's Stott.
Bryson Stott?
Yeah.
So they're not. I can't go with L.A. Just because they got a crazy lineup, but just too much money. And the Phillies spent a bunch of money too, so it's no different.
Right.
I might go a little bit of small town flavor-ish here with Milwaukee. I know that you're not thrilled about it because it's rooting for a division rival.
No, we can't have that.
I know.
We can't have that.
I'm going with Chicago. Wrigley
you going
Field.
with the
I
Cubs?
can't go with the Cubs. No way.
I just
Speaking
it's
of-
Wrigley Field. It's rookie of the year for me. I'm sorry.
Another amazing environment, Depot.
Yes.
To your point, that place was on fire yesterday.
Absolutely.
On fire. So, you can't pick the Cubs.
Maybe the Mariners?
Or the Brewers. That's a
Maybe.
nice story.
Yeah.
Kyle Riley.
And they got a really deep lineup.
They do. They do.
Because they added Naylor and Suarez.
And last year they grabbed
At the deadline.
a Rosarena from Tampa Bay. And he's had a good
So their
year.
1 through 9 is pretty impressive, and they don't make it this far very often.
That is true.
In fact, I think just a couple of years ago they had that longest streak because it was maybe actually it may have been last year where they snapped the streak from 2001. So they went forever without making the playoffs. So a little bit of an underdog story there.
It'd be a fun
Historically.
Saturday. No doubt. I hear you, man. It'll be a fun Saturday tomorrow with baseball getting going at 2 o'clock. And then obviously it will be another college football Saturday that leads into another NFL Sunday. So good stuff coming at us as sports fans starting tomorrow afternoon. Coming up next, Depot, yesterday we talked a little bit about a comment you made and a comment Bobby Carpenter made about this year's roster for Ohio State and Ryan Day. I want to play a clip from you from PJ Fleck, Minnesota's head coach, about Coach Day in this roster, and then we'll get into some Buckeyes and Gophers. This is Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Have you already started your tailgate? Us too. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Shop Meijer and bring more good to life with low prices on everyday favorites and essentials. California organic green or red seedless grapes are $1.99 a pound. Buy one, get one free, fresh from Meijer whole pork shoulder butt roast. Stock up on household items like save $2 on Meijer Ultra Liquid Dish Soap. Get $4 off Meijer Ultra Paper Towels, 12 double rolls. And don't forget to stop by the Meijer Pharmacy for your flu shot. Available today while you shop. That's the good life, a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman here for Germain Honda of Dublin. So what's the difference? There are other Honda dealers around. Well, Rich Newsom and his team want to earn your trust. They don't expect it, and they earn it by giving you a great price, and then they back it up after the sale. With same-day service, no appointment necessary, a great variety of brand new Hondas, and hundreds of pre-owned certified Hondas to choose from, all at the same location. Identify yours at GermainHondaofDublin.com. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Hey friends, Beamer here. And a bye week, it's about getting your energy back, and that's exactly what Awaken 180 gave me. I don't drag through mornings anymore. I'm not dreading the stairs or a long day. I feel lighter, sharper, and actually in control. Yeah, I dropped a lot of weight, but what actually matters is how different my life feels now. If you're ready for your own reset, take this bye week to get you there with Awaken 180. Start today online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. The Fan has a new tailgate destination. Join us before every home game at the O Patio and Pub on Lane.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers. Jameson Whiskey didn't go to college. And Coors Light.
See you Saturday, friends. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday, everybody. We have sunshine in the forecast and dry conditions yet again. Mid to low 80s for us across Central Ohio. And then for tonight, 50s and clear skies. For Saturday, Buckeyes football. Great weather for tailgating and throughout the game. Daytime highs topping out in the mid-80s with lots of sun. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Anthony sometimes likes to sit and stare at his bundle of Emmy Awards. Unfortunately, it's through the glass of the pawn shop. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
Welcome back in. Happy Football Friday to you, Buckeye Nation. Night game tomorrow. Another one. Night game on the road last week, or night-ish, against Washington, and now a true night game with PJ Fleck and the Gophers coming into town. Depot, Buckeyes favored by 23.5 points. Before we dive into some of the things that we want to see, we brought this up a little bit yesterday because credit to you. Prior to us seeing anything as far as real stuff on the field that matters, I was doing a show with you and you were hinting to me, like telling you, Matty Ice, like this crew that we're going to watch this year, they have the goods, right? This team could be a very, very talented bunch. So you were kind of ahead of this. You were the first person to come out and say that this year's team may not accomplish everything that last year's team accomplished, but just up and down the roster, maybe dude for dude, unit for unit, they may be more talented than last year's team. And so you said that a while ago, and now here is PJ Fleck on record complimenting Ohio State and the team that they have right now.
I have a ton of respect for Coach Day. I mean, a ton. He's an incredible man, first of all, and then just a fabulous coach. But, I know he has a lot of confidence in this football team that he's coaching. And I think statistically, when you look at them under Ryan Day, I mean, this statistically in the first 4 games could be his best team he's ever coached. And so this is a really good football team. So we're going to have to play our best football game of the year. We know that. But that's what's so fun about it, and what a great opportunity it is for us, and a great challenge at the same time for our football team.
It's pretty wild for me to hear that, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because last year, prior to the season kicking off, you had Urban and Tress saying on record that last year's unit was one of the best rosters they've ever seen, if not the best roster they've ever seen. What's really impressive to me about all this is that in the era of college football that we're in, one of the biggest talking points that we always bring up is the transfer portal, and rightfully so, because it has such an impact on the sport right now. But you look at this year's team, Depot, we're not watching a ton of transfers that are playing every single Saturday. I think Ryan Day has done a good job over the last few years of bringing in timely transfers. Like last year, it really showed itself because Will was playing the most important position. But you look at the guys that we've been talking about, especially on defense this year, the Caden McDonalds, the Caden Currys, the Arvell Reeses, the Sonny, like these guys have been here for a few years. So it's credit to Coach Day, his staff, for retaining that talent and developing it as well.
Yeah, I think developed here is a real thing. And you hear Ryan Day talk about it is like, hey, if we're going to be the best in the country, that means our practices, our preparation has to be the best. And when you get young, talented players in that environment on a daily basis, you're seeing that here. And when you yield the year before and have a national championship, here comes confidence, right? Confidence in what? More importantly, the field on play, but the preparation. So you don't have to work as hard. The reason why I went with what I said early is as soon as I heard they asked him to take down the national championship banners, I just knew that this group this year had a different mindset. All credit and respect to the group before them and the seniors and the experience they had here. But that to me marks a sign of a champion that's not comfortable. And so that's why I see what you're seeing. I mean, they've been preparing for this, especially on the defense side. I know that I have a small personal relationship with Caleb Downs, had some interactions with him. Psycho, okay?
In a good way.
He does not wear headphones in the gym, okay? He works that type of level.
He's on that Dane Sanzenbacher workout plan where Dane's running marathons and stuff and not listening to anything.
He raises the standard for everyone. Arvell Reese, for everyone. Caden Curry, everyone. And so when you have those guys who are already decorated, and you have the mentality and they've had success, you can get better as a team. And I think that's what we're seeing. All of those things are lining up.
You have right now 2 leaders by example type of guys that are the faces of this team, right? Caleb Downs and Jeremiah Smith. We don't hear those guys doing a whole bunch of talking. You don't see those guys doing a whole bunch of celebrating. They're just about that action boss, as Marshawn Lynch said a few years ago.
Personality is accepted, but production is demanded. There you go. The ladder.
It's real. I like that. So tomorrow, one thing I'm really looking forward to seeing is how the offense starts the game and seeing if there's more of a faster pace and more of a spark there early on, right? Because you had the C.J. Donaldson stop last week, on 4th and 1. And just, to me, the offense isn't an issue at all. I would just like to see them come out of the gates hot, put some points on the board, and apply some pressure to Minnesota and hand the keys over to this defense and let them hunt the way that they've been hunting all year. So that's one thing for me, Depot, that I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow is just the offense out of the gate and what that looks like and what type of firepower they bring to the party.
Man, unfortunately, I just think with Jeremiah Smith's time at Ohio State, I don't know if he'll play in a top 10 offense until his 3rd or 4th year. And the reason why I say that is this offense, to me, has the same job as it had last year. It doesn't have any – you have less impact that you need than they had last year. I think we had to make some impressive drives, and it was a lot on offense to go win games. With the defense playing so good, and you're talking complimentary football.
Right.
Just complimentary football. They're not allowing more than 10 points. Can we go out here as an offense and go score? So I get the need for explosive plays, but also, fans, I'm just begging you to understand we're not in a BCS reality.
You don't need style points.
We don't need style points. I need to protect my quarterback's psyche and make sure he's not turning the ball over, trying to force things down the field, searching for a more comfortable win.
Right.
We don't need that.
No, you don't. You don't.
Yeah.
And to your point, you've got a brick wall on defense right now that can allow a young quarterback on the fly to figure some things out and test some things in game. But Julian, I don't want to make it seem like this guy needs kid gloves on him right now. He's doing what the quarterback is asked to do, and that's manage the game and be efficient in what the offense requires.
Do you think Jeremiah will get to play in a top 10 offense in Julian's second year? Because
I've been saying, Depot, that next year's ceiling offensively, to me right now is going to be higher because Julian is just going to be so much more comfortable. Jeremiah at that point is just going to be another year of Jeremiah being great, another offseason of him putting in work. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Something to watch out for. The Buckeye offensive line has been really, really good all year, right? They have kept Julian clean for the most part. Anthony Smith from Minnesota is
Remington good.
As they do. They have.
Yes.
They have. Anthony Smith from Minnesota, he's a force, or at least he has been prior to playing an opponent like Ohio State. He's second in the conference in sacks. Minnesota is fourth in the conference in sacks. And so, look, it's not something I'm overly concerned about, but it is a strength of the Gopher football team is that down in the trenches, those guys have been really, really good in getting after opposing quarterbacks. But it's a lot to ask for an opposing offense, Depot, to march up and down the field on this Ohio State defense right now. Even if you do rip off some chunk plays, which we haven't seen a bunch of those, but even if you march down the field, this Buckeye defense hasn't allowed a touchdown in the red zone yet. And so it's just a tough ask for any unit right now to either come into the shoe or have Ohio State coming to your venue and put up a whole bunch of points because Matt Patricia and that unit are just playing some amazing football at the moment.
Yeah, and the amazing football contributes to not a system, but a coach with a mindset of I'm taking my best players and we're going to use their best attributes.
Yeah.
Clinic, I'm pretty sure everybody on social media has scrolled past an Arvell race clip probably, at some point this week.
They're everywhere.
And so allowing him to do what he does best is when he got in the game as a young player and what made him flash is, oh, wow, whoever that guy is, he's around the football.
Right.
He gets to the ball faster than Cody Simon, faster than a lot of other people, and he's only getting a portion of the snaps. And then you add the Mickey Marotti program, and then you say, now I'm going to put him in positions to where you have see ball, get ball, or you have an assignment, and he's just doing things athletically that are freakish.
You mentioned the athleticism last week, the play where Damon Williams breaks the pocket and Arvell Reese looks like he's spying a little bit.
He's playing basketball defense on him 10 yards away.
Right. And Damon Williams is used to seeing other linebackers and being able to avoid the pressure, shake them, and move on. Arvell Reese wasn't having any of that.
None of that.
So he's got the size, the speed, the power to do a lot of really good things as a linebacker needs to do, and he is looking the part there. And just quickly, credit to Caden Curry, man. I just think it's one of the coolest stories that we're seeing right now. This dude's top 5 in the country in sacks right now, and so
I'm happy about that.
It's cool, right?
No, I'm really happy. I just he's played in the baseball game, every year with Cardell.
The softball,
game, and I had a nice drive, and I thought I made it to first. I turned on the old Jets, they puttered a little bit, and he was able to make a catch. And man, he was getting on me about that. You just talk about who he is as a dude. He's like a just an old fashioned work hard story. Obviously, he's been in the shadow of a lot of guys, but he's learned a lot from Jack Sawyer and JTT, and just to see the year that he's having, man, it's like you said, it's developmental stories in a portal world.
Right.
they still hit the same, don't they?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see. That is for sure. Can't wait to see those guys ball again tomorrow night. A former baller for the Scarlet and Gray. His name is Beanie Wells. He will join the party next to talk about Ohio State and a lot more. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Fresh Tyson natural chicken bone-in drumsticks, thighs, or wings are on sale. Select varieties or buy one, get two free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Realtors usually charge you 6% to sell your house, but not my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They take 1%. It's in the name. And this is full service. No shortcuts, no for sale by owner crapola. They do it all. Call 614-451-6616.
Buckeye fans, introducing Behind the O, the brand new app packed with original athlete and fan-driven Ohio State sports content. It's free to download in the App Store on iOS and Android. And every time you open it, you're helping generate NIL dollars for your favorite Buckeye athletes with zero cost to you. Get exclusive access to fresh behind-the-scenes videos, training routines, athlete lifestyles, and more from every Ohio State sport. Don't wait. Download Behind the O now and get closer to your Buckeyes than ever before.
Behind the O, free for fans, NIL for athletes.
Skyline's new chicken chili is here. Now you can enjoy that legendary Skyline taste with a new protein option. Try Skyline's chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Like trying to snap a picture of Bigfoot. Nobody has ever witnessed Maddie eating a carb. This is Rothman and Ice.
Welcome back in, Matty Ice. DeVere Posey in the house on a Football Friday. Going to light up right now the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Bring on another former Buckeye, Beanie Wells, former Ohio State running back. Beanie, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I appreciate you guys having me on today on a Football Friday. I miss these Football Fridays on the Fan.
It's good to hear from you, man. Hope all is well. I want to start with your expertise and get your feel on this Buckeye running back room right now. Beanie, a lot of Buckeye fans are liking what they're seeing from Bo Jackson, C.J. Donaldson, and James Peoples. But your thoughts on that crew and what they've been bringing to the field on Saturdays right now?
You know, I love the running back room that we have. I think all of those guys are uniquely talented, and I think they all bring their different flair to the game. But I love Bo Jackson. I mean, the guy's been incredible. When you break down and look at what he brings to the table, his explosiveness, his ability to be a pass catcher out of the backfield, and his ability to be able to pick up blitz, which we know at Ohio State is one of the important things to do, is second to none. When you look at, just the stats alone, all the carries are kind of similar, right? And for all three of these guys, I mean, they were give or take 10 or 8 to 10 carries off from one another. Bo Jackson has over 105 yards more than the rest of the guys, averaging 8.5 yards a carry. He's so freaking explosive, man. I love everything that I see him. I can go on and on and on about the running back room, but Bo Jackson specifically, I can go for 12 hours about him. That's how talented he is.
Absolutely. I think the thing with him as a young back, Beanie, that's so impressive is his balance after contact for a young guy. He just has like a feel to fall forward that you only see from like an older back. And so I'm super excited. And I know why you like him. He's another Northeast Ohio back, so you biased. I already know.
No question about it. And speaking to that falling forward and that, running with that center of gravity and that balance, there's only a couple of guys when you go back and you look at Ohio State running backs immediately that come to my mind. It's J.K. Dobbins and it's Ezekiel Elliott.
Yep.
Zeke had that uncanny ability to whenever he ran the ball, he was going to be falling forward, running with that low center of gravity, and he certainly reminds me of that Zeke-type running style.
Absolutely. When y'all are doing inside drill, you would have to go against guys like Laurinaitis, Bobby when you were younger. And so I wanted to ask you, could you imagine, this linebacker core that we have and just kind of get your insight on the level that Arvell Reese is playing at, Sonny Styles, and then obviously even when Caleb Downs drops down and has some linebacker abilities, man, what are you seeing on the defensive side of the ball?
I'll tell you what, Depot, man, if I would have been there at that time, would have been banging. It would have been some days I had to take practice off because those dudes are some hitters.
Man, I know, man. It's scary. I mean, just the athletic ability is scary. I mean, those dudes are going to kill the combine.
No question about it. All of those guys are very talented and super athletic. But speaking to, Arvell Reese specifically, and I know sometimes, I have sometimes I can be a prisoner of the moment, but what I'm seeing from Arvell Reese, man, he could definitely end up being one of the best linebackers ever to come through Ohio State. He's that talented. When you watch him play, he's all over the football, and it's so hard for a guard or tackle to block him. I mean, a guy that is, 6'3", 240 pounds, can run like the wind, so long and rangy. He's keeping those blockers off of him, shedding them and getting to the ball. And, he's been doing an incredible job. And when you talk about Sonny Styles, obviously we know what he brings to the table. But Ohio State very well may have the best linebacker in the country and the best safety in the country in Caleb Downs. And when you got a coordinator like Matt Patricia calling that defense with those type of players at his disposal, a reckoning is going to happen, and that's what we've been seeing from this defense this year.
Former Buckeye running back Beanie Wells joining us here on Rothman and Ice. Let's go back to the offensive side of the ball and get your thoughts on Julian Sayin. Beanie, to my amateur eye on the couch watching these games, it looks like this guy is calm, he's collected, but more importantly, he's efficient right now within this offense. And so year one quarterbacks, sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get, especially when you have Texas right out of the gate. But he's to me, Beanie, answering the call and doing what's asked of him right now.
Oh, he most certainly is. I mean, the guy's completing almost 80% of his passes. And Depot, you know this. I mean, I don't care if you're doing routes on air. To complete almost 80% is one of the hard things to do in football.
It's hard. It's hard.
So he's super efficient and he's comfortable. And I think right now we're watching an Ohio State offense that is, picking and choosing when they take shots. They're not throwing him into the fire and saying, you know what, you have to go out and win games for us. We're allowing him to be brought along slowly. And I think Hartline and Ryan Day are doing a fantastic job in putting him in situations to where he's going to just take what the defense gives him. He got the most incredible playmakers at his disposal, and Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith and Bo Jackson. I can go on and on. So you don't need to do a whole lot with him. And then when you have the defense that we have, you're not going to put him in a position to where he has to lose you a game or has to win you a game because you got a great defense to rely on. It's just, let's go out here and play status quo football. Take what the defense give you, be efficient, and make good decisions. And that's what he's going out there and doing.
Yeah, Benny, I know you don't just cover Buckeye football anymore. I know you're a national guy now, man. I wanted to ask you how you're looking at the whole landscape of the Big Ten and how this thing is going to shape up. Obviously, Dante Moore's playing great. That was a big win in Penn State last week. And then obviously the Mendoza and how they're doing in Indiana. How do you see this whole thing shaping up, and who do you like outside Ohio State in the Big Ten?
Oh, man, it's going to be an incredible, October and November in the Big Ten. We got so many great teams. And, I'm so thankful for NIL and the transfer portal because it made things even across the board. Right now, we're looking at teams like, Oregon, for instance. I mean, they get Dante Moore from UCLA. He has the waitest time, and all he did was develop waitless time behind Dylan Gabriel. And Dan Lanning, what he's doing over there is so special. Oregon's a team that, you can sit there and say they could be arguably the number one team in the country, them and Ohio State, not just in the Big Ten, everything that they possess on the offensive side. And the more glaring thing is their offensive playmakers at Oregon are also young. You talk about DeCorian Moore and the young running back they have and Hill, Deere Hill Jr., they're freshmen. So they're a young nucleus of players on the offensive side that can put up big numbers. And then you can go right to Indiana. You talked about Fernando Mendoza, another guy completing at a high rate, super efficient, super accurate, has playmakers. What Kirk Cinetti has brought to Indiana, no one ever thought that Indiana would be in the discussion as being one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the Big Ten on a consistent basis. And here we are in year 2, and they're right there in the thick of things. And I know people are going to sit there and say, well, Washington lost 24-6 last week to Ohio State, but in my opinion, they'll probably be one of the top 3 or 4 teams at the end of the year because Devon Williams and Coleman, that 1-2 combination, they're incredible. And they just went up against a mammoth in Ohio State. They weren't able to put up great numbers because Ohio State's defense is that good. But versus other teams in the Big Ten, I believe Washington will be a big-time player. And then we can't forget about Penn State. There's so many great teams, Depot. I could go on and on.
Maryland is surprising me this year. Yeah, Maryland's surprising me this year. They Coach Loxley, I'm sorry. They're up to 4. They're 4-0, and it's just the Big Ten is so much stronger, like you're saying. I think you are hinting at something. The portal has allowed these programs who were just a quarterback away or, a wide receiver, a playmaker away in the old-fashioned Big Ten. Man, they're right here and neck in this thing and can keep up consistently. Like it don't have to take a Marcus Mariota or a generational player to change a school. They can always stay in it through with the portal. So I'm with you on that front.
Yeah, but you mentioned Maryland. I mean, they got a quarterback over there in Malachi Washington who's very good and can pull the ball down and run it. And we know how this day and age in college football, when you got a quarterback that's a plus running the run game, what that means and what that does to your football team. So they certainly have that as well over there.
Beanie, we'll get you out of here on this one. One thing I couldn't wait to ask you about as a former running back is this trend that we're seeing at the running back position with the Michael Myers stance, Beanie, where these dudes are just standing straight up in the backfield before they do anything. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Is there something to it to where it's helping these guys? I know Ashton Jeanty kind of put it on the map last year at Boise State, but you know what it takes to play at the highest level at that position. What are your thoughts on these backs literally standing straight up in the backfield?
I think it's a fad, and I coach high school football, and some of my high school running backs try to do it, and I hate it with a passion. I'm always yelling at them, get down, bend your knees. But, I mean, if it's bringing anything, the one thing I will say is it's giving guys a little more patience out the gate. Because a lot of times when you're, in that true running back stance, you're looking to push off and be explosive right out the gate. And when you're standing up straight, maybe you can't be as explosive, so it's forcing you to kind of read a little bit more and then react once you get the ball in your hands. So that's the only takeaway I can take away from it, but generally I hate it because I'm from the old school, and I want you to be in a freaking running back stand and get ready to play some football.
I get it, man. He's the great Beanie Wells. Beanie, we appreciate your time on a busy Football Friday, man, and looking forward to catching up with you down the line. Thank you.
No problem.
Beanie was joining us via the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Because remember when Ashton Jeanty got drafted and Chip Kelly is now their offensive coordinator, Chip initially was kind of like, I don't know if we should be doing this. And then he bent the knee, and Ashton Jeanty, I think, had a big-time run last week. But I see it everywhere now.
Yeah.
Like, especially at college.
Yep.
I don't know if it's really in the NFL just yet at that level, but, yeah, Ashton Jeanty definitely started a trend with the old Michael Myers stance.
I think for me, you get a couple runs back-to-back, and – it's kind of like a relaxed meditation thing. He would say, you kind of watch the interviews, you kind of have that relaxed stance so that you can continue, when you're huffing and puffing. I could buy that.
Okay, you're on board.
If I was a coach, I can see that.
Coming up next, we round out our first hour as we do on every Football Friday with overs and unders with TLC. It's Rothman and Ice right here on the Fan.
A lot has changed in 30 years, but we're still that old shoe that feels worn in and well-loved. And, we smell a little, but you've accepted that. The Fan.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
As part of our 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, Newman Roofing is proud to recognize individuals going above and beyond to make a difference for people of all abilities. This week, we would like to honor Jessica Komajati. Jessica has made an impact by being a Special Olympic Ohio Fit 5 advocate and youth leader, as well as a Buddy Walk committee member. This Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan in our commitment to the community.
The football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to be at our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reeser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did. Go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations, Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at hydratememedspa.com.
You've heard about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Yeah, that's an old one. My dad told that one to me. But when it's your real feet, it's not a game. It's awful. Hey, it's Anthony. I had pain in my feet and my lower back, so I went to the Good Feet store and got the support I needed in my shoes that changed the game for me. I went in and they personally fit me for arch supports that would be perfect for my feet. The fitting process is simple. They ask the right questions about exactly what I was experiencing and the lifestyle I want to be able to live. They professionally measured my feet and arch size, and before I knew it, I was wearing my new arch supports home. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put into all of my shoes. Get professionally fitted at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Credit challenges? We got solutions. At Capital Florida, Columbus, and Whitehall, all credit types are welcome. Good, fair, poor, or none. Get approved fast and cruise away happy. Stop in or visit us online at capitalfloridacolumbus.com.
Timmy Hall and AI Common Man here for Hollywood Casino Columbus and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
This ain't one of them, Timmy.
It's not the show, it's a spot. All October, we're watching our football team on Saturdays and the tailgate buffet.
Ooh, Mikey likey. Plus, they've got the 3 apps for $12 deal, and you can beat the crowds and reserve a table.
Yes, do that at HollywoodColumbus.com, and we got a special offer this month. Become a new member of our rewards program on the ESPN Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All credit types are welcome at Capital Florida, Columbus, and Whitehall. From perfect scores to starting fresh, we'll get you driving. Shop our huge selection and leave in your new car today. Stop in or visit us online at capitalfloridacolumbus.com.
The regular season is getting closer. A new goal, a new challenge, a new season. Blue Jackets hockey comes your way in 6 days. Proud to be your flagship home for the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice presents Overs and Unders.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
All right, TLC, let's get into it. What do you got cooked up in Overs and Unders this week?
Well, let's keep it local to start. Ohio State and Minnesota are playing a football game tomorrow, and the over-under is 42.5.
So Minnesota's offense is kind of middle of the pack. They're not the threat that Washington was, at least in the minds of a lot of people going into that game, based off what DeMond Williams and that crew were doing. It's a good number. In my mind, Depot, I haven't really locked in what I think the score will be, but I'm like somewhere in the 34-7 camp, which would have me on the under on this. So I'll go with under.
I'll go under. I'll go under too. I'm with you on that.
Just this defense for Ohio State is so good that I think we can get to a lot of these unders. It doesn't look like they're going to be getting in a whole bunch of track meets in games this year. It doesn't feel that way to me. Like, who is the team that we look at on their schedule right now and feel like they're going to be able to go up and down the field and then put points on the board, right? Because we talked about the red zone defense for Ohio State, them not even giving up a red zone touchdown yet to this point. Like Penn State, I'm not seeing that. Right? Yep. When they play Michigan, that'll be on the road, but that's a true freshman quarterback that they're going to be going up against. So, yeah, I think the unders for Ohio State are probably in play a lot for the rest of the way, just because his defense is lights out.
The lowest over-under in the NFL this weekend just so happens to be a game that we will all be watching. Browns and Vikings from London, 35.5. That's what Dylan Gabriel versus Carson Wentz gets you.
I'm taking that.
Taking the under?
Oh, yeah.
Let me throw. Yeah, I'm going to take the under as well up front for Minnesota. They're down, I think, 2 to 3 starters on their offensive line.
They're going to think this is rugby.
Myles Garrett's looking at his chops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at 2 pretty good defenses.
It's going to be rugby.
So I'm gonna go with the under. 2 pretty good defenses, a rookie quarterback, and a backup quarterback from Minnesota. Yeah, give me the under.
Yep.
Patriots and Bills is the highest over-under at 49.5 on Sunday Night Football.
I kind of am expecting a light show. This was yesterday, our picks. I went with Drake May on this one. I know I'm out there.
You said they were going to win.
I did, yeah. I do. So I'm going overs.
If you would have asked me what I thought this over-under would be, I would have guessed like 42.5. 49.5. That's pretty strong, man. Like,
does that scare you into changing your thinking entirely?
It's the number 1 offense in the league.
That being Buffalo.
Yes.
This is a tricky one. What's interesting is Milton Williams, their big time, that being New England's big times offseason acquisition that plays D-line, played for the Eagles last year. I don't think he's playing in this game. I'm still going to go with the under in this. I don't know if New England is built for a light show just yet, even though I believe in their team. I like their team. This is, as you mentioned, the test right now for any defense dealing with the Bills. And look, the Bills really haven't played anybody, but they're handling business.
Things get funky in division play.
If this was at home for New England, I would roll with you.
Okay.
But what you said is true. There is no denying that at all. I'm going to roll with the under, though. I'm going to go with the under.
Jackson Dart's passing yards total is at 172.5.
What we had last week, like 111?
Who they play?
I think it was low 100s.
Who do they play?
They play the Saints. NOLA.
That is
I'll
correct.
take the over.
Real quick, he had 111 passing yards last week. Did have a touchdown. Also had a rushing touchdown as well.
Passing touchdown. It was a shovel pass on a fake speed option.
Just easy money for quarterbacks, right? Just easy money. You get those pop passes that are
that was a
passing
forward
touchdowns.
pitch.
Yeah, fair enough. See, here's my problem. We're now removing Malik Neighbors from the offensive equation for the Giants. He's done for the year with an ACL injury.
Get ready, Wandale Robinson.
Yeah.
Wandale,
Hyatt, and
Darius Slayton. That doesn't
sounds like some wins.
That doesn't move me much. I'm going to go with the under on this.
Okay.
I think he'll be more impactful with his legs this week than he will be with his
Kendrick
arm.
Bourne went for like 160 yesterday with Mac Jones.
Okay. All right.
It's the NFL. You never know.
And an exciting one as well. Chiefs and Lions. A rematch of the Sunday kickoff game from a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This time we got it at 48.5.
I'm going under, man. For some reason, I know the Lions offense is good, but after talking to my guy from Sumner, what people don't, he said, well, Chris Jones right now is a Pro Bowler. The Chiefs do a good job of muddying things up, and the Ravens hit a wall last week against them. I just think the Chiefs defense in this Patrick Mahomes era is vastly just underrated, right? They've been able to do a lot, but I'm going to go under.
To your point about Kansas City, I don't know if the name Steve Spagnuolo gets talked about enough as far as what he's meant
to
this
dynasty.
window of time.
Yes.
Because it's Reed and Mahomes, and I get it. That's what we do. We talk about the quarterbacks, and we glaze the quarterbacks all day and tomorrow. I get that.
But they've stopped a lot of good quarterbacks.
But Steve Spagnuolo, when the offense was kind of struggling the last 2 years, that unit was lights out.
Do you remember the Jamar Chase plan? It's just like he has stuff for everyone.
Like the head coach, who is their offensive coordinator to me, like I know Matt Nagy is entitled, but that's Andy Reid's offensive show. So their head coach / offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator combination is elite. I'm not going to take the bait though on Kansas City's offense. They played literally the worst defense in the sport last week in Baltimore. I'm going with the under.
Got it.
In this game. What time is this game?
Probably 4-ish, maybe.
Yeah, it's under 49 or 48.
I'll let you know in a second.
Definitely under. Oh, those are the Ice Whites right there. Nice.
Okay, TLC did mention those yesterday.
Chiefs. Did I say Chiefs and Lions?
You said Chiefs and Lions.
What did I mean to say?
Chiefs and Jags?
I meant to say somebody. I don't know.
Lions got the Browns.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Either way.
Whatever. We're not keeping score anyway.
Those are your overs and unders.
There you go. I got a misspeak. That's my bad.
You heard the man in the background. Tyler Danbur's got an update for you coming up at the top of the hour. And then we'll dive into Vikings, Browns. How are the defensive guys in Cleveland feeling about Dylan Gabriel taking over as the new QB1? You'll hear from Grant Delpit on that next. We're Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
No hot takes, no dancing, plenty of stupid. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron, I invented a way to make sure people's furnaces are safe.
Do you test high temperature, flame rollout, flame limit, and flame proving?
Yeah, no one wants to set their house on fire.
Do you inspect the heat exchanger?
Yeah, no one wants a house full of carbon monoxide.
We already do all that for just $89.
Yeah, but my price is just $88.
Okay, so $88 will be the new price for a furnace safety check.
Get Eco.
I also invented a cool new name for it.
Okay.
I call it the Super Safety Check.
What makes it super?
Well, it costs $1 less, and it has super in the name.
Should I start calling you Super Jerry?
The Super Jerry Super Safety Check. I like it.
Get Eco to safety check your furnace.
Or, for $1 less, you can get the Super Jerry Super Safety Check.
Get Eco.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall. Looky here, guys. The Grove City Smoking Hot Wing and Music Fest is back for year 3, Saturday, October 4th at American Nitro. I'm excited. We're talking cold beer, killer wings, live music all day, football on the big screen. It all supports Ghosts of War, helping veterans in need. So veterans and military, you're in free, baby. Get your tickets at AmericanNitro.com/Wingfest. Brought to you by The Fan, Columbus Chamber, Martin Painting, T-Mobile, and Greenscapes. Wingfest, flavor, fun, and football. What more do you need?
Did you want information on the Ohio Lottery's Rolling Cash 5? Okay. Rolling Cash 5 is a daily draw game where you select 5 numbers from 1 to 39 and win by matching 2, 3, 4, or 5 numbers. Jackpots start at $100,000 and grow until someone wins. You can learn more at OhioLottery.com or the Ohio Lottery app. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Want to go back to the radio? Okay.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in a way that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome.
Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
Nothing beats a cold one on game day. Lately, I've been grabbing Go Brewing. It's a non-alcoholic craft beer that actually tastes like beer, and you can snag it right now at Kroger in Columbus. Check it out next time you're in the beer aisle. Go Brewing at Kroger, and visit gobrewing.com/thefan for a special BOGO offer.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK. I was told you could make us feel better. You're suffering from too much junkitis. Point at something you haven't used lately. Wow, it's gone. Try it, honey. You'll feel light as a feather.
Something I haven't used?
All you have to do is point.
I feel like I'm flying.
That's the sound of optimism and energy and possibilities. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
Ugh, gross. Can I come over to your house one time and you not have your husband prancing around in its tighty-whities?
Well, I can't do laundry because our septic line is clogged.
Call Dormar. They do same-day plumbing repair.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Tyler Danberg. Upper Arlington and Olentangy Liberty clash in the Fans High School football game of the week. Kickoff at 7 with high school overtime at 9:30. Big Ten football Saturday at noon. Wisconsin at number 20 Michigan and number 22 Illinois at Purdue. At 3:30, number 7 Penn State at UCLA, Washington at Maryland, and UL Monroe at Northwestern. At 4, Michigan State at Nebraska, and in the nightcap at 7:30, Minnesota at number 1 Ohio State. Hear it on the Fan. NFL, Browns and Vikings battle Sunday at 9:30 from London. Vikings quarterback Carson Wentz will make his third straight start for the injured J.J. McCarthy. Bengals welcome the Lions Sunday at 4:25. Cincy rookie defensive end Shamar Stewart out for the matchup with an ankle injury. NFL injury updates. Jets running back Braylon Allen will miss 8 to 12 weeks due to knee injury. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reporting Buccaneers running back Bucky Irving can miss up to 2 weeks with a foot sprain.
The best teams don't always win titles. Sounds like AR and Maddie bragging about their fantasy teams.
Hey, that's cheating.
This is Rothman and Ice.
Welcome back in. Happy Football Friday to you all. DeVere Posey in the house today for AR. Coming up in our second hour, bottom of the hour, we'll do college football picks in our Buckeye Bulletin. Tim May will join us, so don't move. Depot, I'm one of those people that I wouldn't say all the time, but a nice amount of the time I will remember my dreams. I don't know if you're one of those people, but last night I had a dream that I got kidnapped. That 2 dudes came into my house and just drug me out of bed, threw me in the back of a van. That's really all I remember.
You away for Squid Games.
Now, I would not do well at Squid Games. Would you do well at Squid Games?
No, I wouldn't sign up.
Would you do better in the Hunger Games or Squid Games?
Oh, man.
Where do you think you would thrive more? Because, in Hunger Games, they have certain weaponry that can be catered to your skill set. Like Katniss Everdeen needed the bow and the arrow. Like, that was her thing.
Yeah.
So, where do you think you would thrive more?
Man, I think Squid Games.
Squid Games?
The Squid Games, yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
I think what you're saying to me is which one do you think I would survive? Okay, so I think I would survive Squid Games. Hunger Games is, Hunger
Games, they're both sicko stuff.
I don't want to participate.
Both of them. But Hunger Games is, to me, a little bit more cutthroat.
Yeah.
But as I say that, like some of the things I said in Squid Game are pretty crazy. TLC, you thriving more doing Squid Game or the Hunger Games?
Hoping you wouldn't come to me. Haven't seen either. But I would thrive in neither of them. I'm not very resourceful.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not I'm not Liam Neeson's character from Taken. I can't just come up with a solution for every single situation I'm in. I don't have a particular set of skills.
Right.
So I'm very suburban. So I'd die in both.
I'm very suburban.
Yep. Yeah.
If I added a third to this for you, DeVere, so we've got Squid Games, Hunger Games, or The Purge.
Yeah.
I
could survive a night in The Purge for sure.
So you're making it. I think it's like a 24-hour window or whatever it is.
Yep.
There's so many Purge movies. I'm sure the rules have changed.
Yep.
But you're just.
I thought the rule was there's no rules.
No, I think there's like a certain amount of time where like the purge happens.
Yep.
Like that's I think I'm saying that right.
Tonight.
I think I'm saying that right.
Mhm.
So you got a nice hideout mapped. You got a plan.
I mean, who said that that's what it would be?
So you're aggressive.
I feel like you could protect yourself being aggressive, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm trying to just hide the best that
That's
I possibly
good. That's good. There's a lot of good hiding spots.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Well, I think I would be okay.
Okay, I'll add one more, then I'm done, I promise.
Okay.
A zombie apocalypse.
Ooh.
So we've got
It depends
Squid
on
Games, The Hunger Games,
Okay.
a zombie apocalypse, and The Purge.
Zombie apocalypse to me depends on the athletic ability of the zombie.
Okay, so if we're talking World War Z zombies
Those
from
are the
that movie,
scariest. I was hoping
we're done.
I was hoping you didn't talk about those 4-2 zombies.
The Xavier Worthy zombies.
I'm afraid of them.
There's no
Okay,
way.
yeah, I'm not doing
If these are the Walking Dead zombies, I think we got a better chance. I'm so glad because the scene in that movie still haunts me where they're climbing the wall and they're just flying.
Well, the scene that when they're in the lab and you can't make a noise and they take off at you full speed before you can even close the door.
Terrifying. I'm not making it anywhere.
Well, because you started this with a dream. My worst dream that I can remember is Michael Myers in Asics running shoes.
Wait.
Yep. I had a Michael.
You remember him in Asics running shoes?
Man, I had a Michael Myers dream, and this man was a 5K jogger.
That's amazing.
So every time I look back, he just got a constant pace. And it's just never ends.
Not going anywhere.
Never ends.
Not going anywhere.
He's just chasing me, and he has on some joggers.
My goodness. Okay. I lied.
One more.
I got one more.
Okay, so hold on. We got Squid Games, Hunger Games, Purge, World War Z.
Zombies, yes. And now here we are. I'm going to bring this to the table. Have you guys seen the movie A Quiet Place?
Yes.
Of course not.
Okay. Not making it.
Okay.
Not making
What are
it.
the rules in that one?
TLC,
Can't make a noise.
there are these kind of monster-esque figures that just kind of take over a city.
Okay.
And you literally cannot make a noise or these things will sprint to you, find you, run through a door in your life. So you can't.
They operate off a sound.
You can't
Not sight.
crack a can of pop open. You can't sneeze. Like you can't do
Drop a quarter.
anything. Drop a quarter.
Drop a quarter in the mall, you dead.
Right. They will hear an ant doing the moonwalk and come find you. That's how great their ears are. So that I stand no chance because I always think watching that movie, like using the bathroom, these people obviously aren't flushing toilets. Like you can't flush the toilet. So yeah, check out a trailer of The Quiet Place TLC when you get some downtime and let me know what you think
2020.
of that.
Oh, so this is recent.
There's a new movie I think that came out either last year or early this year. We got Brownies playing some morning football. Across the pond, they're taking on AR's Vikings. We got a quarterback change. Kickoff for that one is going to be 9:30. Grant Delpit, defender for the Brownies, been around for a few years. I'm always curious to hear from the opposing side of the locker room, the defensive side of the locker room when there's a quarterback change. Here he is on his confidence in Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the poise of the rookie class. Out of all our rookies right now, so it's a high standard in that rookie class, man. From Harold to Q Judd to D Samp, Carson, general, the defense right now. Those guys have been rolling. So hopefully Dylan goes in there and takes the head of the rookie class, and really leads those guys.
I'm actually glad that he framed it that way.
That's actually good to hear.
Because what he's saying about this rookie class is legit. Like, right out of the gate, we've seen these guys, whether it's Quinshawn, Dylan Sampson, Harold Fannin, Carson Swessinger, now even Isaiah Bond has been getting more work, the wide receiver that they brought in from Texas. Like, it's rare to me that you have a GM and a scouting department nail, let's say, 3 to 4 guys in one draft. Like, to me, that's pretty difficult as far as guys that you look at coming out of a class that can be starters for you down the line. Like Andrew Berry and that crew, the way it looks right now, like that is good stuff from a front office. And so these guys have been contributing at a high level, but the focus will be Dylan Gabriel. What are you going to be looking to see from Dylan as far as, the checking of the boxes for a rookie in his debut?
I think, getting the ball out of his hands quick and just finding a good rhythm. I think Stefanski does a good job with who's ever at quarterback protecting them. We were talking about what Zach Taylor what kind of switch he needed to make to help Jake Browning. Stefanski has had to do that year after year after year after year. So I think for him, he's been in this preparation place to where, hey, we're playing a good team. I know what we need to do defensively. I can't expect too much in his first start. I need to put him in situations where he's getting the ball out quick. That's what Dylan Gabriel does. He gets the ball out quick. He finds rhythms. He's good going real lateral throws under 25 yards. Obviously build upon concepts to take deeper shots. And just speaking to this rookie class and in the way that they this draft. Well, Maddie, you talk about building culture, and you think about Myles Garrett's holdout this past season and the things that he publicly got on the Browns about. You got to say, since then, they've done a good job at trying to build this culture. And this rookie class is kind of stamping Andrew Berry and Stefanski and the moves that they made this offseason.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Like, they got some dudes that I think that they're going to be able to rely on. Look, we say that, and
they got to win.
They have to win, and we can say that about this rookie class, and it's real to say that. But at the end of the day, it comes back to the most important position and having to figure that out. And as we all know, this franchise has been looking for that for years and years and years. Unfortunately, one thing that I think some people believe in when it comes to Dylan Gabriel maybe having some success early on in his career is the amount of ball that this dude played in college, right? Like, in him being at the college level for a long time. Here's Dylan Gabriel on that and how maybe that is helping him adjust to NFL defenses.
I think it's interesting because, in college, sometimes, some may say the lack of personnel, they may have to add on to the scheme and do things that are unique to help in the run game and the pass game. I think in the NFL, obviously personnel is at all-time high, so there's extreme confidence and maybe coverages that you've repped a bunch of times. But for this, I think you take pride in, as a OC or DC, in the scheme that you have, and you want to rep at a high level. Ultimately, you're going to do what your players are good at. But as you continue to go up, it's a lot about personnel and putting guys in the right place to go make their plays. So just understanding that, and then understanding as a shell what they're trying to do.
Depot, is that something that you buy into? Is that the amount of snaps that you can play in college and the time on task that you spend at the collegiate level, that can fast track some of your success? Or do you think it's a clean slate and it's just a whole new world?
Yeah, I'm not buying that. I think some of the more heavily scouted quarterbacks who have a lot of film, guys, the Tebows of the world, the guys who played those 7 years now, 6 years, 4 years. I don't think that they have an added advantage at a faster start in the NFL than a younger guy like Jackson Dart or a younger guy who's a 3-year, college player. I think it could hurt you in certain instances in terms of preparation and type of film, and say, hey, defensive coordinators are so sick that, hey, they're doing a good job in the Browns' offense of protecting him from these bad traits. Let's go back and look at some of the college games that he just absolutely played poor in.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can this is still the same player. He's doing a good job protecting him. So if we can expose some of these same weaknesses, sometimes in a lot of ways, you just have to ask yourself, has this guy played his best football already? And in certain cases with guys who have played a lot of ball in college.
I'm curious to see, the size thing. Is that going to matter for him? His height?
I don't think so.
And all of that. I think Kevin Stefanski will do a good job maybe moving him around a little bit, get him outside of the pocket and all of those things. I know that was one thing people kind of looked at as a negative. And the arm strength, too, isn't great. And look, if he's got anticipation, if he's got accuracy, he can overcome those things. Brian Flores is going to throw a lot at him. And for a rookie coming into the league and your first start dealing with a defense, that being the Vikings, that ranks 6th in the NFL right now in yards allowed per game, it's going to be a tall task. But if Quinshawn can continue to show some of that punch that he's providing with the run game, they can get healthy up front on the offensive line. That obviously is going to go a long way. So some early morning football coming at you tomorrow with the Brownies taking on the Minnesota Vikings across the pond. That game will be on the NFL Network, and you can, TLC, I believe we are carrying that. Will we be carrying that on Sunday morning?
Repeat that one more time.
The Browns game?
On the air here?
Yeah.
We should be.
Okay. We'll come back and we'll clean that up.
I know because Ty was doing pre and post.
Okay, so there you go. So we may be able to have that for you right here on the Fan. But regardless, it's a going to be an interesting one to see what happens with Dillon Gabriel and his NFL debut. Coming up next, we do it every Friday in our second segment of the second hour. It's Under Pressure time right here on the Fan.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
We begin tonight with the breaking news. ABC's David Muir, wherever news breaks.
From here in Tel Aviv, from the Ukraine-Poland border, traveling along Maui's western edge. From southern Madagascar.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast.
ABC News, America Strong. It's been a remarkable thing that we have all witnessed together in this country. A lot of joy out there. Just got to find it. This is David Muir, and I hope you'll join us tonight for ABC's World News Tonight.
Tonight at 6:30 on ABC6.
Good morning, Columbus. It's going to be a good day, and it's going to be big. With the biggest morning news team in Central Ohio, Good Day Columbus. The biggest news, weather, and traffic in town every day. Bringing you over 5 hours of breaking news, live reports, and continuing coverage, and stories that'll make you smile. First Warning Weather gets you ready for the day ahead, and Steer Clear Team Traffic will get you to work on time. Good Day Columbus, weekday mornings on ABC6. It's going to be a good day.
Looking to get your roof or siding replaced this fall? Call the company that delivers an excellent customer experience every time. Newman Roofing. Don't wait. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. Looking to upgrade? The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers and want you to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto saving for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app. Available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app. Free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
T-Bone and Tybus.
Could you imagine being a college kid and getting a Venmo for $1 million? I'd shed tears. I cried.
T-Bone and Tybus Mornings on the Fan is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday, everybody. We have sunshine in the forecast and dry conditions yet again. Mid to low 80s for us across central Ohio. And then for tonight, 50s and clear skies. For Saturday, Buckeyes football. Great weather for tailgating and throughout the game. Daytime highs topping out in the mid 80s with lots of sun. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Under Pressure.
Sponsored by 3D Cabinetry. 3dcabinetry.net, where quality meets affordability.
All right, welcome back in. Devere Posey in the house today for AR. Happy Football Friday to you, Depot. I want you to lead it off for us this week.
Yep.
Who are you putting on the pressure list first?
So I have two people from two different worlds of football because it's Football Friday. We'll keep it in the world of football.
Okay.
You want to hear my college or my NFL first?
I want you to cook however you want to cook. I'm here for it.
Man, have you ever had barbecue in Oklahoma? Because somebody's getting cooked out there.
I've never been to Oklahoma before.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
It's over.
It's
already over. Man. Can't believe they let him go.
He got fired?
Yeah, that's what. Listen, I was off last week for a few days.
Okay, well, yeah, here we go. Let me get another one then.
And I came back and I asked that same question because when I'm off, I'm just like off the grid completely. Like
he's off.
Nobody can really get a hold of me when I'm off.
Here we go. Well, okay.
You got somebody else though?
I do.
Okay, who you got?
Who you got? I do. I'm gonna go with DJ Lagway.
Okay.
Billy Napier, his time might come and go, but at some point, is this going to be another Florida portal situation? You got to start playing better, bud.
Yeah.
You got to start playing better, bud. So I'll go DJ Lagway.
They got a big-time game this weekend. We will do college football picks next. They're welcoming in Arch Manning and the Texas Longhorns.
Could be a day for him.
First candidate for me. I'm actually going to start in the world of baseball because when you are an all-timer, there's an expectation that you can create maybe some all-time moments when it matters the most. And so I'm looking at Aaron Judge. And so now Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees, they get past the wild card round. They take out their division rival in the Boston Red Sox. By the way, Cam Schlittler. Yeah, I said it right. I think I got that right. I don't want to say it again because that could get a little dicey.
Well, the government's shut down, so the FCC is not listening right now.
Fair enough.
So roll the dice.
Shout out to him. I mean, a rookie at home, 8 innings, double-digit Ks, no earned runs. Incredible. But back to Aaron Judge, Depot, because this is the guy.
Yep.
One of the faces of the sport. He and Shohei Ohtani. Aaron Judge has a career .212 batting average in the postseason. If they're going to get over that hump, get back to the World Series, more importantly, win the World Series, he's got to be better. We know how incredible the man is, but it's time to go and deliver the goods back to the Boogie Down Bronx. It should be, look, you know what Canada is about. That fan base is crazy up there. The scene for the Blue Jays is going to be an absolute party. But Depot, I'm going with number 99. All rise for Aaron Judge. Got to be better when it matters most. He's on the pressure list this week.
I love it. He might hit a home run through that hotel up there.
I would love that. Have you ever been up there?
Yeah,
Did you ever go up there?
I've been at Rogers Center before.
Did you stay there at the hotel? Did you do like a?
No, I've been there before. I saw a game in there.
It looks incredible.
Yeah.
And they open the roof sometimes.
Yep.
I'm here for it, but I would love, that is on my sports bucket list.
Rogers Center.
Is to stay in that hotel and watch a game from that hotel room.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be an absolute good time right there. You got anybody?
I do.
What you got?
I think for me, man, obviously I'm wide receiver biased.
Okay, I get it.
I think A.J. Brown has a point here, man. I'm gonna put some heat on Jalen Hurts' personal player performances. Obviously, this team is a good team. They're a little bit banged up.
Yeah.
They're the Eagles. At the same time, can we at least get you making better decisions under pressure? Can we allow you to say, hey, like when you're under duress, you're doing things in a better manner it seems a little bit chaotic. And then he comes to the microphone, and it's almost like there's a lot in this closet. There's a lot in this closet because he's super calm and super cool at the mic, but there's a lot going on here.
Oh, yeah.
And the Eagles are doing a good job of masking it. So I think at some point this year, it could blow up.
I completely agree. And I happen to think if they weren't 4-0, this would be even spicier from A.J. Brown. Because he can only do so much of this when the team's winning the way that they are, record-wise.
Well, there's always this thing, too, in the NFL. Like, there's, like, the first 8-week Super Bowl is what I call it. There's always teams that are really good the first 8 weeks. And then season, injury.
Yeah.
You got 2 months of tape out. And then they just hit a wall.
Yeah.
Look, every year you can look and see a team that gets hot. And it could be a team that's coming off the championship, and just hasn't shown yet, but it could come crashing. Defense is really good, though.
Hey, listen, I just think it's impressive to me how they've started the way that they've started after winning a Super Bowl. Because sometimes it can just be sluggish. Like, we've seen that from teams, right?
Hangovers.
You have a deep run, whether it's winning it all or just advancing in the postseason a couple rounds. There's definitely that hangover that you're talking about. But they just continue to find ways. But no doubt, that's going to be one of the most watched guys this week, and his body language, and who's waiting for him. It's Patrick Surtain. So after a whole week of being very frustrated, now here comes arguably the best corner and a really good defense in the Denver Broncos. That'll be a fun game that kicks off at 1:00 down there in Philly. Second candidate for me, DeVere, I've never seen a tie celebrated more than the Dallas Cowboys tie against the Green Bay Packers. You would have thought they went to the NFC Championship game after last week. Like, okay, you tied, right? Like, it was fine. I just think it was all the Micah drama, and the result was kind of like, hey, we did it, right? Like, we made it out okay. I don't think that's the case. That's why I'm putting the Dallas Cowboys on the pressure list this week. Got to be careful here, in my opinion, with an emotional letdown, right? You're coming down off that emotional high of the Packers are in town, Micah's back, the world is watching. Now you have to leave Jerry's world and go into Gotham City against the New York Jets and Justin Fields. And so I won't be surprised if this is a little bit of a sleepy game for Dallas. We've seen their defense. They've been getting taken advantage of all year. The Giants had that monster game, right? You had Caleb Williams and the Bears have a monster game against this defense. I just think they have to be locked in mentally to start this game, because I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Fields and that offense come out physically with the run game that they have and try to impose their will on a Dallas defense that's not offering up much bite. So I'll go with Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys, as my second candidate on the pressure list this week. Anybody else you want to put some pressure on coming into this weekend?
Is it fair to say that Arch Manning could possibly be under pressure? This Florida game. I mean, is this a you know what? How about this?
So Arch and Lagway are under pressure.
They both are. And how about this? C.J. Stroud.
I like this one.
Man,
I like this
about
one.
it.
It's on a T form.
We have
it's on a T form with Baltimore's defense
to get this win. We have to get this win this week.
Yeah, and you're allowed to say we.
We have
you
to.
were a Houston Texan.
We got to.
They are.
So this
he was
is
also
big.
a Baltimore Raven, so we don't know who he's talking about right now.
Yeah,
that is true.
This guy,
That's a good point.
He's wearing all. He's about to hand Zach or Harbaugh a Gatorade bottle right now.
Let me coach.
Let him go. Full Ravens gear right now, ready for Sunday.
It's a football Friday, man. You know how we do it. All right. I appreciate you wearing the Reds hat in here today. That did warm my heart.
You know, yeah.
You know, we're gone. We're already in Cancun. Those guys are already on vacation. But yeah, I know you got a rep for the Natty.
You know,
your old stomping grounds. I like that. I like that a lot. TLC, real quick. I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot. Anybody you can think of that you would put pressure on this week in the world of sports?
I think we can put a little bit of pressure, I think, on the teams that have been sitting around for a week in Major League Baseball.
Okay.
So I'm putting pressure on the teams that actually were good enough to get the bye.
Yeah.
Because not playing baseball is not very conducive for good baseball. So the teams that have been playing some winning baseball to get to the next round, I actually think there's a little bit of an advantage there versus the teams that haven't been playing.
I like that. Milwaukee, Toronto, Philadelphia, and Seattle, the 4 teams that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And look, it's not.
They've been playing their own little like home scrimmages and stuff like that against one another, but I don't know how well that simulates the real thing.
I think that's a good
decently
call.
Close, but
I don't know if it's apples to apples, this comparison.
Well,
but
in Seattle, when Ichiro's playing right field. Did you see that?
I did see that. The dude's unreal.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
51 years old.
I want to bring this to you guys because we got a little bit of that feel in the college football playoff last year, right? Well, like the teams that got the bye, we saw them and it was like, okay, like this is looking a little dicey. So I think there's something to your point, TLC, no matter what sport you're talking about. Sometimes it's better to just catch that wave, catch that rhythm, right, and go out there and feel what it's like there. So, yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's a very good call. Second round of the MLB playoffs starts tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Coming up in 2 minutes, we'll look at the college football schedule for this week and pick some games. Do not move. That's coming up in 2 minutes right here on The Fan.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Around here, it's all or nothing, and Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anybody. Like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through November 3rd, get a new 25 Highlander or Grand Highlander with 4.75 APR financing. Or you can get 5.75 APR financing on hybrid models with approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is your friend with the truck.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
All our people are in uniforms.
And our trucks are clean and shiny.
And big.
We leave spaces empty and clean.
For you.
1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. And it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today. Or hurry into Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Hey friends, Beamer here. And did your doctor just add another medication to that long list? Maybe for blood pressure, cholesterol, type 2 diabetes. You ask him how you're going to get off of it? Well, the answer is going to be losing weight. But you already knew that. Online at Awaken180weightloss.com.
Rothman Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
College football picks with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Krieger Ford. Find your next Ford at Krieger Ford. Visit KriegerFord.com today.
All right, let's get into it. Another week of college football has arrived. TLC, what do you got lined up for us this week, my man?
Oh, we got some good ones. Let's start in the conference. Wisconsin, they're taking on Michigan. Michigan's 17.5-point favorites. And it would not be very inspiring for the Luke Fickell regime if a freshman quarterback beat them by 3 scores.
That's tough. That will definitely be a tough look. High noon kick for this one. Wisconsin, they've actually been decent in the red zone offensively. That's where they're going to have to make their money because I just don't see their offense being able to do a ton consistently in this game. And I think that can protect the young quarterback in Bryce Underwood. To me, Depot, he's looked like a freshman. Like he's going to have some of those peaks. He's going to have some of those valleys. That game against Oklahoma was a little clunky, but that's expected, right, when you go on the road there. So, yeah, it's just this is a tough one, man. I'm going to actually take the points, though, and roll with Wisconsin. I think they can put up a little bit of a fight here and keep it within that number.
Yeah, I'm taking Wisconsin to cover here, too. I think this will get muddy. It's like Beanie was saying, October, November, Big Ten play traditionally starts here, and those high-scoring games kind of come down a little bit. So I'm with you.
All right, DeVere wanted to put them both under pressure. Arch Manning and DJ Lagway, here you go. Texas is -4.5, and I'm pretty sure that's on the road in the swamp.
Real quick before you go, Depot, I wanted to mention this when it comes to Wisconsin. It's Michigan this week. They still have Ohio State at home. They would play Oregon the following week and also still have Indiana and Illinois on deck as well.
Jesus,
so
that might be 5 losses.
It's tough, man. It's tough. And that Indiana-Illinois matchup, that's back-to-back weeks like it is with Ohio State and Oregon. So there's no let-up. There's
All right,
no
you got to
time
steal
off.
one of those.
Got to get one of those 5.
You're saying if you're Fick?
Yeah.
You need 2?
2 would be great.
2 would be great.
But you need 1. But, I mean, who is that 1? Like,
Illinois or Indiana.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Ohio State or Oregon.
Yeah, it's not. Right. So it's going to be.
You got to get this Michigan.
One of those teams. This would be huge.
This will be huge.
On the road. Just because the expectations for Fick when he arrived were pretty high and rightfully so. Like, he took Cincinnati to the old college football playoff. Not when it was 12, when it was 4. They got in. And so when you set that standard and now you get to Wisconsin and there's a feel of, yeah, you got more resources, more money, all that, he's got to start rolling out some good stuff. So, yeah, just wanted to bring
how does that work? You have more resources, more money, and fewer NFL players.
Yeah,
well, Marcus Freeman was his defensive coordinator, coaches at Notre Dame, too. So, that, you know,
That's
sometimes it's the staff.
It's the staff. It's, hey, I got Sauce Gardner. I got, Desmond Kobe Bryant. Desmond Ritter was a really good college quarterback with experience at the time. And so, yeah, Fick's got to go. Sorry, I just wanted to bring up the schedule because it's pretty daunting looking ahead with all the ranked opponents once they get past Michigan. Texas and Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Texas better be locked in. They better be locked into this one. We all know this environment is crazy.
It's one of the best.
Down there in the swamp.
It's one of the best.
Texas has not played in Gainesville since 1940. So it's been a minute since that helmet came out of the tunnel down there.
They got some good road trips this year, huh? They got to come here. They're going to Florida.
Yeah, fun.
Texas
stuff right there.
Pretty good.
Texas defense they're a stingy unit. They're 4th in the country in yards allowed. Florida has lost 3 in a row. You brought up DJ Lagway. I'll let you expand upon that more if you want to. They just got to clean up some of the penalties. Like DJ Lagway was a guy to me that was pretty high on. He's always had an injury history, which isn't great. Give me the line again, TLC.
Only 4.5. It's been creeping down.
And obviously Texas is the favorite.
Yes.
I'll lay those points, but they're going to have to scratch and claw in this one, Depot, to get that thing done.
Yeah, I mean, at one point in the season, these guys were probably names that we would have probably drafted for Heisman candidates.
Both of them.
Both of these guys in our draft, TLC. And
I drafted one of them.
Yeah. And so
the even worse one.
Right. Texas has been okay, but we've seen the grimaces, the Archman. Something's a little off. It's a hectic environment in the swamp with a Florida team that's backed up that has to have a win, could draw out what's been kind of festering over the weeks.
Yeah. I think with these two guys, because there's no denying the God-given talent that they both have.
Yep.
You just have to do it. You got to have time on task, different environments, different defenses every week, and I think they'll figure it out in time, that being Arch and DJ Lagway. But right now, for both of them, it's been a low up and down. Low up and down. You laying the points with Texas, so you think Florida, it's not a clean enough number for me. 4.5. Like that to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay it. I'm laying it.
Vanderbilt beat Alabama last year. This time they have to go to Tuscaloosa, and they're doing so as 10.5-point dogs.
You think Pavia?
Diego Pavia?
Listen,
he did it last year.
Hey, listen, man. They're covered, or they're getting blown out. It's either tight. It's just not going to be a game where it's going to be disrespectful, or it's just they're almost getting it. But 10.5 is pretty telling me it's going to be a close game. They're covering, man. Let's go. I'm here for the light shows.
You here for the Vandy boys?
I'm here for the light shows, man.
You know, I mentioned how the Dallas Cowboys have to avoid that emotional letdown coming off the Micah Parsons return. I think the same thing could be said for Alabama right
Georgia.
here, right?
Yeah.
Georgia last week.
And then you run into
Kalen DeBoer just needed that type of win, right? And they got it. So human nature is to take a deep breath just a little bit for all that are involved. The SEC doesn't really allow that. And look, on the other side of this, as TLC mentioned, Vandy beat Alabama last year, but they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. I like where Ty Simpson is at right now. This dude's completing 82% of his passes over the last 3 games.
His team is 5-0, man.
With 9 touchdowns and no interceptions. So I think that Wisconsin game for Ty Simpson unlocked his confidence in what he can do, because now he's looking like a true dual threat guy. Pavia's balling again this year, but I'm going to lay the points and roll with Alabama at home.
Miami is a 4.5-point favorite. They're going up against the Noles.
I like Miami's running back, Mark Fletcher. He's a dude. Like, if you haven't watched Miami, check this guy out. 3rd in the conference in rushing yards right now. He is looking the part. Miami's run defense better be ready, because Tommy Castellanos and that crew, I think we got Gus Malzahn calling plays as their offensive coordinator. They are trying to punch you in the mouth with the run game. Seminoles 2nd in the country, Depot, in rushing yards per game, 336 per contest. But I'm going with the better quarterback. The more complete quarterback to me is Carson Beck. Give me Miami.
Like that. I think this Florida State team started the season off really hot, and Tommy Castellanos has superstar all written all over him. That Virginia loss could be as impactful for that team, you know, as a early season Oregon type of loss for us, or just like you go back to these one-loss teams that lost games. Florida State woke up. They woke up in that 4th quarter with about 3 minutes left, and sometimes, like we all know, a little pain, a little open wound is what the body needs to get right.
No pain, no gain.
And so I'm gonna say, I think this Florida State team gets back on track.
Okay.
I'm going with them on the money line.
You going with the Fighting Jameis Winstons?
The Fighting Tommy Castellanos. The Fighting Norvells.
I like it. You know? You got one more for us, TLC?
Yeah, I do. Let's round it out with some ACC ball, and I got another for these two teams. And once again, bringing up the Heisman draft, guess who took Cade Klubnik in the first round? Clemson 14.5 against North Carolina.
Here we are.
This is like, and you're living the Carolinas again. Do not watch football in North Carolina this weekend.
Yes.
If you live in the Carolinas.
No Panthers versus Dolphins.
Panthers versus the Dolphins.
We're not watching that.
And you get Clemson versus North Carolina.
Not watching that either.
Have a good local TV sports weekend, Carolinas. Man.
Let me throw this information at you, Depot, before you make your pick. Looks like North Carolina's quarterback, Gio Lopez, is not going to play. A name that's been around the sport for a little minute, Max Johnson.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to get the start.
Holy cow.
Right?
That's Brad's son, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
Yeah, I would say Clemson covers. They beat up on the new team, the new guy, right? Just to get some confidence back, Dabo.
Do they have confidence? Like, how can you have confidence right now?
This is like one of those weeks of practices where, like, you can't, like, wear your gloves on your face mask, or if I'm in Clemson, right? Like, all attitudes, everything, all little offs. Any negative
can't
behaviors
have the two mouthpieces just hanging from the face mask?
Are getting checked. It's real tight in there. Everybody's
no hoodies, no slides in the meeting room.
Clinching. Everybody's clinching because big guys on edge. We're on edge. So they need this win very bad.
They do. They do. I think they're cooked already. They lose this one, you could absolutely take them out of the oven. I'll go with Clemson. I think it's going to be ugly, though, just because Bill and that crew haven't really been doing anything great. You know who is great, though? It's Tim May, who's going to join us next in the Buckeye Bulletin to talk Gophers and Buckeyes. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. I just freaked the hell out of someone. The Fan.
Everyone deserves a great car, regardless of credit. At Capital Ford of Columbus and Whitehall, we say yes to all credit types. Explore our selection, get financed in minutes, and own the road. Stop in today or visit us online at capitalfordofcolumbus.com.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store today. Walk-ins are always welcome. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road in Grove City.
The Reds are on the radio.
Marte back at the track, at the wall. He leaps and he caught it. Oh, no way! What a grab, Noelvi Marte. He robs Brian Reynolds of a game-tying home run in the ninth.
The Reds have made it to the postseason and are taking on the Dodgers in the wild card round. Hear all the playoff action on your home of the Reds.
Your credit doesn't define your ride. Capital Ford of Columbus and Whitehall approves all credit types, good, bad, or rebuilding. Get behind the wheel today. Call 614-861-7150 or apply online at capitalfordofcolumbus.com.
Ready for your next truck? At Krieger Ford, we have just what you're looking for. Trade in your vehicle and get a new Ford F-150 with a black appearance package for $11,000 off MSRP. It's all part of the Krieger commitment. Best cars, best people, peace of mind. Visit us today on Morris Road in Columbus or find your new truck at KriegerFord.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. GLakesHyundai.com.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, it's time to knock out a Buckeye Bulletin. We've been doing it for years. It's time to do it again. It's a Football Friday, so in the bulletin, you know who has arrived. The one and only Tim May. Tim May, happy Football Friday. How you doing? DeVere Posey's here with me.
Uh-oh. Big D. I need some pointers on playing Pinnacle on Sunday in a scramble, but that's another story. I'm doing extremely well, fellas, because it's Football Friday.
You're darn right. It's interesting that you brought that up because Mike tweeted at me a few minutes ago and said, ask DeVere about Pinnacle Golf Course. So there's a lot of people that want your take on Pinnacle. And
everybody's asked me about that. And nobody invited me to this Sunday scramble. Okay. That's messed up.
It wasn't exactly an open thing the way it was portrayed to me. It's a benefit, and I'm looking forward to playing in it.
Absolutely. No, it's been in great shape this year. It's beautiful out there. Are you a Lord of the Rings fan, Tim?
No.
There's a place.
I am not.
There's
that doesn't mean I don't like. Wait, that doesn't mean I'm not Lord of the Rings. No, I've not watched all the movies.
Okay. Do you know about?
Definitely have not read the books.
No, those books. They're J.R. Tolkien is a great author, but they have a place where the hobbits are from. It's called the Shire, and to me, Pinnacle reflects the Shire in my mind. It's in great. It's just beautiful. It's woody. The grains are rolling so fast. It's in good shape, man. And
well, I just hope in terms of Game of Thrones. In terms of whatever that was, I just hope there's some magic involved for my golf game. That's all I'm hoping.
Well, it's not much magic out there. I'll tell you that. You got to pray because it's been rough. But how you doing, man? What's up, Tim?
I'm doing extremely well, man. I'm looking forward to this game. I mean, it's really interesting because it's kind of curious what Minnesota's going to do tomorrow offensively or try to do, considering the fact they discovered that this 6'4", 6'5" guy, the quarterback they snatched away from Arkansas. Fayetteville, Arkansas, I believe that, DeVere. And, man, he threw darts in the second half against Rutgers and brought them back last week. So are they going to ride that wave? This will be a totally different test from a week ago for this Ohio State defense. Agreed?
No question, right? You had Damon Williams last week that I think Matt Patricia, maybe even Ryan Day, both kind of comped to Kyler Murray in that skill set, and they handled it well. I think we're at a point now, Tim, and I'm sure you feel this way as well, to where I don't know if there's anything that you can really throw at Matt Patricia and this Buckeye defense that's going to catch them off guard, or we're going to see an offense consistently go up and down the field. It just seems like they have answers for everything right now.
Yeah, they do. Or if they don't, they find them pretty quick. I mean, Washington had some success throwing in a few seams that I think hadn't really been exposed by the Buckeyes last week early. But then Ohio State closed up those gaps, as the game went on. But the main thing they did was they didn't let Damon Williams beat them. Remember Caleb Downs had that great line when I was asking him about it in the middle of the week last week, and he used the word, you basically have to have a cage. You have to establish a cage around a guy like that, basically with your front four, right? And the front four had its seminal game so far this year against Washington. They were extremely patient, were getting upfield all the time, and then when you have Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles and other guys, and even Caleb Downs cleaning up things when he did try to run, it was tough sledding for him. But Caden Curry had a coming out party last week. I know he's been playing for many years now, but he was on another level last week, and we'll see if that can continue.
Man, Tim, I want to ask you something. You've covered Ohio State football for seemingly a very long time, right? Like a long time.
42 years.
I'm joking. But I wanted to ask you this. And in all your tenure, quarterback moxie persona, when I see Julian saying, I'm trying to line up a Keanu Reeves character, I can't decide if it's Neo. I can't decide in some situations, is he John Wick? Is he Johnny Utah from Point Break? But the guy has some moxie about him that's giving me he's the one and he's a cold-blooded killer. Have you seen this from a guy in the past?
Yeah. Troy Smith was that way, in my opinion. I think Craig Krenzel was. Craig Krenzel, unfortunately, didn't get to throw the ball as much as some other guys did. But I think Craig Krenzel, when push came to shove, he was about as tough and as playmaking a quarterback as they've had, when they really needed something. That's what I liked about him. If you go back and watch the clutch performance in 2002 over and over and over again, it's pretty astounding. Different quarterbacks are different, as you well know. But as far as Keanu Reeves, I think, and I'm just remembering the replacements, I think Julian Sayin is approximately twice as fast as Keanu Reeves.
Shane Falco?
Keanu Reeves looked like he was running with concrete boots on. But I like the moxie. I like the word moxie.
Yeah.
He has some guile about him. I like that word, too, when it comes to quarterbacks. And he's pretty smooth about moving around when things aren't quite clean, in the pocket and stuff. That's what's really impressed me the last couple of weeks is he's gaining that confidence.
Absolutely.
All right, Tim A. Another Football Friday has arrived on Rothman and Ice in the Buckeye Bulletin, so what time it is. When Buckeye Nation wakes up on Sunday morning and they finish their chocolate chip waffles and they say, wait a minute, I did not read what Tim May had to say about the Gophers and the Buckeyes. What will your headline read?
Good time again, huh?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, where's Rothman?
He's just taking a few days off. You know,
Who the heck takes off on a Friday football? Right, DeVere?
Calling him out, man.
Like DeVere calling in sick his junior year. I just don't want to play today.
Right, right.
The longer you work here, the more PTO you get.
There you go. My guy's earned it, Tim.
He's earned it.
He's earned it.
He's probably golfing.
You know, that to bring up your last year, DeVere, because that was an abomination what happened to you. But I digress. Right.
Hey, listen, I was redshirt that year. I had fun, man. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yep,
but
I do.
Anyway, here's what I came up with.
Yeah.
Buckeye D plays whack-a-mole with Gophers.
Mm-hmm.
Semicolon. OSU O, that's the offense. OSU O wields crossbow. That's CROSS hyphen capital BO. Wields crossbow and Sayans darts.
Yeah. That's good job.
That's
a
good,
great.
Tim.
That's a great job out of you, Tim. You had me with the whack-a-mole right out of the gate. You could have stopped there.
That's 2 levels deep on the entire
Well, when I
level.
saw Daniel Day-Lewis with a crossbow in his hands the other day in a preview for that upcoming movie, I go, man, I got to work that in somewhere.
Love that. I love double entendres, Tim.
I mean,
That
who
was
has
great.
a crossbow?
Yeah, I hear you. Tim, you on the pregame show tomorrow?
Oh yeah, man, always.
All
Well,
right, man.
yeah, I guess last week was an adventure, but yes, and you're on 2 hours before that. I don't know how you do it.
Well, I get to hang out with DeVere and Dane. You know,
There you go.
that gets me through. We'll be on 2 to 4, and then we'll hand it to you and the gang at 4 o'clock. Tim May, as always, appreciate you, my man.
Always a pleasure. See you, DeVere.
Absolutely. See you, Tim.
There he goes. Top of the hour. We got an update from Tyler Danberg. He'll update you on everything happening around the world of sports, and then we'll lock in on the Cincinnati Bengals, trying to figure things out on the fly with the Detroit Lions on deck. We're Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
We're your radio home for the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. We may have a bit of a football problem. Oh, yeah. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. An app only.
Don't miss the Right Rug Flooring Outlet Super Sale. Save up to 80% on truckloads of floors and more, including tiles starting at 19 cents a square foot and a massive selection of carpet, luxury vinyl, laminate, and hardwood, even installation supplies. Everything you need for your next project. Save up to 80% during the Right Rug Flooring Outlet Super Sale on Poth Road in Whitehall. Hurry, the Outlet Super Sale ends September 30th. Dealers welcome.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry in to Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. It's football season, and just like on the field, success starts with the right game plan and the right team. That's why I'm proud to team up with Monogram Homes. They're the true custom home builder, bringing precision, creativity, and attention to every detail, just like we do on Saturdays. If you're ready to build, don't settle for standard. Go custom. Go Monogram. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. Looking to upgrade? The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers and want you to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
America works, and Valley has the tools. Valley is your #1 volume Ford commercial truck dealer in the nation. Business owners choose from 550 new Fords, including 80 Transit vans and 170 Super Duties. Stakes, dumps, box trucks, pickups. Save big at Valley Ford of Columbus with Section 179 tax savings. As Carnell Tate says,
the game-winning deal is always at Valley. ValleySuperstore.com.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans. No appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends. So come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
When we started the company, I was absolutely going to build my own plant. We can build a very, very good window and sell it at a reasonable price. If you buy from a company that is a dealer, they have to order the part from the factory, have it sent, and then schedule a service. I got 500 locks out back. If you need a lock, it'll take me 15 seconds to walk back here and grab one for you.
Visit our showroom today at 4200 Roberts Road.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Ohio State plays host to 3-1 Minnesota Saturday at 7:30. Hear the game statewide and locally on The Fan. More Ohio State athletics. Second-ranked women's hockey opens its season at home versus Colgate today. Field hockey hosts number 11 Maryland. Men's soccer welcomes Wisconsin. Women's volleyball on the road at Washington and at Oregon tomorrow. NFL Browns and Vikings battle Sunday at 9:30 a.m. from London. Quarterback Dylan Gabriel makes his NFL debut for Cleveland. Minnesota will be without quarterback J.J. McCarthy and 3 starting O-linemen, including former Buckeye Donovan Jackson. Bengals welcome the Lions Sunday at 4:25. Cincy rookie defensive end Shamar Stewart out for the matchup with an ankle injury. ALDS and NLDS start tomorrow. Cubs at the Brewers, Yankees at the Blue Jays, Dodgers at the Phillies, Tigers at Mariners. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Welcome back in. Happy Football Friday to you. Matty Ice, DeVere Posey in the building. TLC on the board. Bottom of the hour. We'll get a preview of those Gophers. Andy Greeter covers Gopher football for the St. Paul Pioneer Press. I don't think I can say that 3 times in a row. I don't think I could do it. The St. Paul Pioneer Press. It's tough, but we'll go a little behind enemy lines type of energy with him at the bottom of the hour, so don't miss that. What's on your mind, Deepo? I feel like you want to.
No, I was just going to say you did a good job of pushing P right there.
Pushing P?
Yeah.
Shout out to Gunner. Shout out to Gunner. I saw Gunner working out with Kevin Hart the other day. Kevin Hart is just everywhere at this point in his career. I feel like I can't turn on the TV, watch a game without seeing Kevin Hart. Like he's got the DraftKings commercials with LeBron. Like this dude is he's built literally like an empire, man.
Yeah, he's in his Eddie Murphy reign right now. You know, he's in his reign.
Have you watched any of the cold as, I don't know if I can say that word,
Balls.
Oh, he said it for me. Have you watched
Cold as
any of
balls.
those podcasts?
Told you, FCC's not listening.
Yeah.
They're hilarious. I don't know if you tapped in. Like, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, like Kevin Hart, he'll have a guest and they sit in like an ice tube, like an ice bath, if you will. I don't know how long it is, but I mean, it's been a who's who on that thing, and it's absolutely hilarious. So if you need some entertainment to watch, go on over to YouTube and watch the TLC Cold as Balls podcast.
I've been in.
PK Subban had a great one. I don't know if you've seen that.
That was
one.
good. That was good.
It was good. Yeah. I liked him and Drewski and Castanet when they stream.
Oh my goodness,
man, it's just
unreal.
It's unscripted. It's like that's how funny they really are. Oh man,
it's wild. Like Castanet, what he has built.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because what you're talking about, I think it was like the Mafia-thon thing.
Yeah, he has.
Like where he's just on.
They come over to his house and they spend the night and they record everything.
And it's like, speaking of who's who, it's like you mentioned Drewski, Kevin Hart. He had like the Hardy Boys on the other day. He had
the wrestlers.
Yeah, he had those guys on in his basement.
It's pretty good. And it's like 1 million people in there
for sure
all night.
Yeah, he had Mariah Carey on. Like it's crazy. And I believe
they come and spend the night.
Did he grow up in the Cincinnati area?
No, that's Speed. That's Speed.
That was Speed. That was here.
Yeah.
That was Speed. That was here. I think a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
he was like some of his guys that he grew up with that I don't know if they're still around, but I'm assuming they are. But he went back, that being I Show Speed, and handed some of his childhood friends $30,000 in cash. Yeah. Like good to see you again. Like that's the type of money these streamers are making. Like it's crazy when you reach that certain level on YouTube and streaming. The money that's out there.
Could you commit to a Truman Show life?
I don't think I know what that is.
You've never seen the Truman Show? Jim Carrey, when his life is a TV show.
I don't think I've seen that.
So it shows Speed and I mean that's what they commit to is like daily live streaming, right?
Yeah.
And providing content. Do you think you're a pretty private guy?
Well, he wants
honestly,
to be on Big Brother, so of course he does.
No, he doesn't. When Matty Ice takes a day off, I call him to test my theory. He never answers. My theory is he thinks I'm a work friend. So it's like
that is not true.
He thinks I'm a work friend.
That's not true.
So it's like I called him because I was like Baltimore. He was out on Monday. I was like, Baltimore's playing. Matty Ice probably went to the game. Forwarded my call. Didn't even let it go there. Forwarded my call.
First of all, I didn't forward his call. My phone was on D&D all day. That's what I do.
Treats me like a work friend.
Like that is not true. DeVere invited me to his house for Thanksgiving last year.
Like a work friend.
We're beyond work friends, and he knows that. He knows that. But he is right in saying, like, when I'm off, I don't want to be bothered. Like I'll check. I'll check in with the parents. Like, hey, I'm alive. And after that, like you probably cannot get a hold of me. Because I think we have too much access to everybody.
You're correct.
I like that.
In this world. Like everybody can, social media and like all that. You know what else really bothers me though, since we're going down this path, is the person that will text you.
After you post.
Well, that's a whole nother thing.
Okay.
But the person that will text you, you respond via text and then they call you immediately. Like, no, that doesn't mean I want to talk on the phone.
Okay.
That's one of my pet peeves for sure. What were you alluding to right there?
They text you when you post.
Like when you post something just like
that. And then I don't do unscheduled FaceTimes. Unless I've like written in black and white, FaceTime me. I don't want unscheduled FaceTimes. Okay? Just not.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for that.
It's
too
a lot
invasive.
FaceTimes can be a little aggressive.
They're a little. It's just.
It can be. Yeah, I like the word you use better. It could be that. It definitely could be that.
Like, what are you FaceTiming me for? you know that voice. Like, what the driving? But like, what are you FaceTiming me for?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I'm not a big FaceTime type of guy.
Unscheduled FaceTimes get forward.
I can just figure things out via text more times.
Yeah,
than not.
man.
You know, you can never
Send me a
gauge
video.
tone on text, so that can get a little dicey. But
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest. Let's talk on the phone for a long period of time type of guy.
I will say though, for you, that would actually work better because I know that you're not the type of guy to just be sitting on your phone all day long.
No, I'm not.
And so phone calls actually speed up that process. Like
that's a fair point.
You can have a conversation over the phone in 20 seconds that would require you to be on your phone for like 5 straight minutes if you were just texting.
Real. That's real. I'll buy that. Are you into FaceTiming? Are you heavy on the FaceTimes?
I'm not heavy on the FaceTime. I got one friend who will.
Every time he calls you FaceTime.
If he needs to get a hold of somebody, he might FaceTime. And so, like, it's not a big deal. I'm not like, oh, that's weird. It's just kind of just like, oh, that's his thing.
Yeah.
But I could do any of the above. Now, with me being 26 years old, I'm definitely in the texting generation, but I do appreciate the old school phone calls because in my generation, honestly, and especially in like high school and stuff, like it was like weird if you were calling people on the phone.
Really?
Yeah. It was. Like texting was so the thing to do.
Yeah.
That if you called your friends on the phone, it's almost like, what do you want? Like,
So let me ask you,
why is this such a big deal?
Do you
Just text me, dude.
Do you speak in text language when you see that person on the phone? Like, what are you doing? Like how do
to a degree,
how do you have like human interaction if you've just only text this person?
I don't know. So, well, first of all, to answer your initial question of do I speak in text language, to a degree, and it goes back to the whole Gen Z slang. Like some of that stuff just slides, and I don't even have a great example. Like I don't say LOL. Like I don't like say that out loud.
Do you say I'm going to bath and BRB?
I might slide into BRB sarcastically.
I knew it.
I might do it as a joke.
That's weird.
That's weird.
So, acronyms in real life, like from text. Like LOL or BRB.
So you're saying like saying it if we're having normal banter verbally? Man. No, I don't think I've ever done that.
I'm sure I've done it.
Like verbally said out BRB. No,
Have you heard it?
Well,
have you heard a young person say it?
Have you ever
BRB guys?
I'm sure I've said
what's going on?
WTF.
Yeah.
Like just spelled it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have. No, it's not frequent. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure that the generation above me hears that and goes, "Oh, look at this Gen Z crap." I'm sure it happens. It's not frequent, and it's mostly sarcasm when it happens. But I'm sure the generation above me is just like, we're done with you, kid.
Man, yeah, it's text language. It's okay. I can play along. I can do it. I mean, I understand that. I think for me, I'm not about, one thing I'm not going to do as I age is hate on the, I want to understand it. You know, it's
right. Like I want somebody young to explain the 6'7" to me. Just in detail. I need to know what this is.
I looked up the song. It's so bad I can't even play it on the air. Not for like profane reasons. It just sound like pots and pans getting thrown down the stairs.
So you're saying Drew could break this down for me?
Drew can break it down for you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need Drew to.
I'll call you after. Maybe you'll answer, maybe you won't.
Come on, man. You called me the other day when we left here and I answered right away. Don't do that.
All right.
Don't do that. Hey,
that's because I was behind him at a red light. Like, I saw you answer phone. I honked the horn on the second ring.
I want to play this let me try that again. I want to play this for you guys real quick. When it comes to the Bengals, because now they're welcoming in the Detroit Lions. And I just want to hear from Zach Taylor, a team that's searching for answers, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is your message to the team as a head coach right now?
Part of playing the NFL is dealing with adversity. Every team at some point is going to face some adversity. We're facing it early in the season. We've done this before. And so that's part of our job is to come to work, ready to roll, giving our best, have a sense of urgency. Not hang our heads because we've lost 2 games. That's unacceptable to me. Urgency is the word I would say. Has our standard been acceptable on every single play in the last 2 games? I would say it hasn't been. So you got to look within yourself. Is my standard acceptable? Hey, it wasn't that bad, but that bad's not good enough. This week on a short week, I expect our guys to hold themselves to that standard. I'll hold them to that standard, hold myself to that standard. And we have to be great. We can't, anything less than that is unacceptable right now where we're at. We just got to find a way to get our 3rd win and get it quickly and build on that momentum from that.
The standard is the standard. I get that. I don't know how realistic that is, right, with what they're dealing with, especially up front in that offensive line. Did want to mention this real quick, Depot, before you gave your thoughts on the Bengals and where they are. Shamar Stewart has been ruled out for this game, so he won't play, unfortunately. But it does look like on the offensive side of the ball that Noah Fant has cleared concussion protocol, so he will play. So, look, when you're going up against the Lions, you need all the help you can get. I just want to see this offensive line move somebody around. Like, that would be nice to see, but you got Aiden Hutchinson in on that crew. That's easier said than done. But I think that will make life easier for Jake Browning is if the offensive line, Chase Brown, and that crew can get going.
Yeah, I think for the Bengals, it's about muddying up the game, right? Like, there is a formula in the NFL and in football that muddies the game up, right? It's a defensive a defensive mindset to where, hey, we're going to give a base look. We're going to try and get sacks, try and, throw them off schedule, do something that they haven't seen on film there. And then offensively, we're going to try and hold the time of possession, keep their offense off the field, right? This is an electric team. So, but to do that, execution is key. It can't be we almost had that third down. We almost had that sack. No, depleted, unhealthy, like he's saying, dealing with adversity. We need these plays to happen no matter who it comes from.
Yeah.
No matter what, second, third string, so to muddy the game up. And so you go into every Sunday wanting to win the game, period. Like you're not giving yourself an excuse because I don't have a quarterback. So I think, man, this will be a tough one. And it will be one of those games to where it could get like how they already put up 50 points on.
The Lions did.
Or was it on the Bears?
I think it was the Bears,
this year.
I think it was.
This team is capable of decimating teams, so we need to muddy it up, and we have to execute. On board with what Taylor's saying.
Last 3 weeks for the Lions, real quick on offense, 52, as you mentioned, against the Bears, 38 against the Ravens, and then 34 against the Browns.
We got to get opening under plays under 20 yards, Matty.
Their offense is rolling. One offense that's still trying to figure things out is the Philadelphia Eagles. Coming up in pre-snap reads, you're going to hear from A.J. Brown on his frustration next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Never have I been so excited to get a whiff of sweaty jock straps. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Yay, football, The Fan.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we helped Tom.
Hi, my name's Tom. I've been a patient at Tri-State Men's Health, and I'm being treated for low testosterone. I didn't really notice the issue of just the energy and feeling slow in the middle of the day and waking up feeling as if I hadn't even gone to bed. When I walked into Tri-State Men's Health, I was extremely impressed from the get-go with the results of the treatment. I wake up in the morning now with clarity. I have had more energy in working out. I definitely have increased my strength. I would say that if there are men out there who experience some of the same problems that I did with inability to sleep well and waking up without feeling refreshed and having your energy flagging throughout the day, go see Tri-State Men's Health. It's changed my life and it'll change yours too.
Thanks, Tom. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Children with Down syndrome in Central Ohio need your support. Join 10TV, Newman Roofing, and the Down Syndrome Association of Central Ohio Sunday, October 5th for the 2025 Buddy Walk. Join thousands of participants as we come together to celebrate the uniqueness and resiliency of the Down syndrome community. Your participation and donations directly support programs and services for people with Down syndrome and their families. Together we can make a meaningful impact and pave the way for a more inclusive future. Sunday, October 5th for the 2025 Buddy Walk.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Ohioans celebrate Public Education Matters Day every year on September 30th. But we all know public education matters every single day of the year. Please join us in recognizing the difference great public schools make in our lives and communities. And let's say thank you to the public school educators who make that possible.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Join now. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday, everybody. We have sunshine in the forecast and dry conditions yet again. Mid to low 80s for us across central Ohio. And then for tonight, 50s and clear skies. For Saturday, Buckeyes football. Great weather for tailgating and throughout the game. Daytime highs topping out in the mid 80s with lots of sun. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, welcome back in. Before we get into some pre-snap reads, let me tell you about Bet365. Because listen up, football fans, you don't want to miss this. Right now at Bet365, new customers, when you bet $5, you are going to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger and better when you bet on spreads, totals, player props, money lines. Keep an eye out for the cool super boost that they have going on. Some real fun stuff happening at Bet365. I'm going to the world of baseball. Touched on the Philadelphia Phillies earlier. Kyle Schwarber has had a monster season this year, and he couldn't have timed it up any better because the man is going to be a free agent this offseason after finishing second in all of baseball in home runs with 56 of those.
Coming to Cincinnati?
We ain't spending money like that. Don't get my hopes up. I would love it. I would love it because that's exactly what we need in the middle of our lineup. I just mentioned he finished second in the league in home runs, first in the regular season in RBIs with $132. Give me a Kyle Schwarber home run tomorrow at plus 200 back at home. And as TLC mentioned, if you're into just cool environments for sports, tap into this one because you got the Dodgers in town and you got this really good baseball team in Philadelphia with a crazy fan base. So I know we got football going on tomorrow, but if you're into that, take a glance at what that Philly fan base will have to offer. Again, download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Bet365 is the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply in app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
So we got the Philadelphia Eagles. The reigning champs, they're 4-0. Life should be good. But life is just okay right now because their star wide receiver, look, he's shaking the room just a little bit down there in Philadelphia with some cryptic messages on social media and all of those things coming out of their win against Tampa last week.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was
last week.
I think it was. Yeah, all this stuff's starting to blend together now.
Me too.
We've got all this football going on. It's crazy. But AJ's frustrated, and so when you go down that road and you start doing things publicly, right, and throwing out cryptic messages, as I mentioned, you're going to get asked about it. And he was asked about it, and here's what AJ Brown had to say about that.
But I think it's fair to want the ball to get us going. Like last week against the Rams, I caught the sluggo, got the offense going next play, opened up for Dallas Goedert. The safety came over to my side and opened it up. So, I don't think it's a bad thing for one the ball. It's not just for targets or anything to put numbers up. But no, I see that we're struggling, and I'm a guy that that wants the ball in those times when we can't find a way. Give it to me. Like when the game's on the line, give the ball to me. I want that. I want that pressure. I put it on myself, and I work hard for it. And that's what, the misconstruction or whatever you misconstrue, whatever perspective you can about me, but it is what it is. And I don't care, to be honest, because my teammates know. My teammates know that when the game's on the line, look at me, and I want everybody in the stadium to know that, that's not a secret. I'm not shying away from that. And so that's when you see that frustration, because that hunger comes out. And it's because I see you struggling, and I believe that you give the ball to me, I'm going to open up things, and I'm going to get this thing going. You can put it on my back.
I hear what he's saying. I definitely hear what he's saying. There's no problem for me in wanting the ball like he's saying. But is there a problem, Depot, with going about it the way that he's gone about it? Like if you're Jalen Hurts, right, and you're essentially being called out publicly by your wide receiver because you're the guy that can get him the ball. Like I know he's probably directing that at Nick Sirianni and the offensive coordinator, but Jalen Hurts is a part of that too. Like, what do you think that could do to that relationship? What A.J. Brown has done publicly?
I don't think it's a secret that Jalen Hurts needs to play better football. I think his accuracy has been pretty poor. I mean, them winning the Saquon Barkley sweepstakes saved Sirianni's job. He was going to be a coach that won a Super Bowl in a Doug Peterson-like fashion and got fired a couple years after. They won a sweepstakes. They got Saquon. And so his quarterback play hasn't improved. And I'm with A.J. Brown. I mean, Matt, if I told you just run up and down the street and just frivolous running without a direction, trust me, I've done this. You just run.
Wait, what?
And then you just come back, and then you just run, and you come back, and you just run, and you say, run over here.
Why were you doing that?
Well, this is what it's like to play wide receiver and not get the ball.
Okay.
That's why.
Doing some cardio out there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? That's why he's going in the media and being like, all right, if they're not going to listen to me, hopefully y'all will, and this will add some pressure. Because I'm tired of just running around.
Look, I get it. And especially when you're A.J. Brown and you're a top 5 to 7-ish receiver. Like, he's that good. He really is. And you mentioned some of the accuracy issues from Jalen Hurts. Like just some of the highlights that are going around where when A.J. Brown was in one-on-one coverage last week, and Jalen Hurts wasn't even giving him a chance to make a play.
They were here you go targets. And to be honest, that's just a negative reflection on
like
you know
here,
what I mean?
You want it here.
Yeah,
like those
type
of targets.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
and it's just like
and nobody ever wants some here you go something. Don't just here you go me.
Right.
Because it's not going to be high quality. But you do with some care.
You can see it in his body language. That being A.J. Brown, that a couple of those footballs that were just not even close. Because, like, with A.J., he's that good, right? Like, if you give him a chance, he's probably going to come down with the rock. And so, I mean, he had one good game this year. It was against the Rams. He caught 6 balls, $109, and 1 touchdown. I mean, Depot, we're talking in 2 of their 4 games this year.
Yeah.
He hasn't even gotten to 10 receiving yards. In the first game, it was 8 against Dallas, and last week against Tampa, it was 7. The other game outside of the game I mentioned where he did get to 100 yards and a touchdown, he had 27 yards in that game. So it's like the productivity is just way, way, way down for how good he is. And so I would just love to hear from Jalen Hurts on this, like behind the scenes. I know publicly Jalen Hurts is going to come out and say all the right things, but like when quarterbacks find themselves in a situation like this, like it has to be hard to not go down the road of, well, let me just feed him even if it's not there to keep him happy. But Jalen Hurts doesn't seem like that type of guy to me. And so hopefully there isn't going to be friction between the two. But when you're in a run-heavy offense, and you mentioned when they won the Saquon Barkley sweepstakes, you know, you had to go down this road offensively because he is that good. And so their identity is being really, really physical. And, this is what you're going to get if you're Devontae Adams and A.J. Brown. Lucky for them, they got their money. Hopefully their productivity can go a lot higher than what it is right now. Those are your pre-snap reads for today. Coming up next in 2 minutes, it'll be our big game preview this week. We're going to talk to Andy Greeter, who covers the Golden Gophers up in St. Paul at the Pioneer Press next. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman here for Germain Honda of Dublin. So what's the difference? There are other Honda dealers around. Well, Rich Newsom and his team want to earn your trust. They don't expect it, and they earn it by giving you a great price, and then they back it up after the sale with same-day service, no appointment necessary, a great variety of brand-new Hondas, and hundreds of pre-owned certified Hondas to choose from, all at the same location. Identify yours at GermainHondaofDublin.com. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Skyline's new chicken chili is here. Now you can enjoy that legendary Skyline taste with a new protein option. Try Skyline's chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit BlueJackets.com.
Rothman Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Big Game Preview.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you.
All right, let's lock in on the Minnesota Gophers with Andy Greeter, who does a great job covering Gopher football for the St. Paul Pioneer Press. Andy, happy Football Friday. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing well. Thanks so much for your time. Let's start at the most important position for Minnesota. For the folks that have not watched Drake Lindsey, that don't know who Drake Lindsey is right now, break down the quarterback for PJ Fleck.
Yeah, he's a redshirt freshman who won Big Ten Freshman of the Week last week for throwing for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and no picks and a 14-0 comeback win to win 31-28 against Rutgers last week. He's a pro-style quarterback who has a big right arm, who is being tasked with running an NFL-style offense and looks to be kind of very precocious and ahead of the curve when it comes to being able to do it at a Big Ten level. Obviously, he hasn't done it against Matt Patricia defense and what the Buckeyes are going to be presenting to him tomorrow night at the Horseshoe. But as far as a young quarterback for a program like Minnesota, it's a great sign of the future and a sign of the present that they have a quarterback of this skill level and talent.
Absolutely. I want to go to the other side of the ball. One of my favorite players in college football outside of Caleb Downs at the safety is Coy Parrish. I think a lot of Ohio State fans might not understand the gravity or, what type of player this sophomore is. I mean, I know he was one of the best players in high school, had 5 picks as a freshman. And for Ohio State fans listening, Caleb Downs was the preseason safety. It was him and another safety as preseason All-American. Coy Parrish was right at the second team preseason All-American. Can you give some insight about what kind of leader he is and how he's leading his defense this year?
Yeah, I mean, as diehard Buckeye fans will probably know, Ryan Day was up at his northern Minnesota school just before signing day 2 years ago, trying to get him to come to Columbus, and he decided to stay home in Minnesota. And obviously, the Gophers are thrilled that he did because he had, just an amazing freshman year with those 5 picks you talked about. He was great in the return game, and they felt like he was dynamic and athletic enough to play a little bit on offense to start this year. Now, when they go to Cal a couple of weeks ago, he's trying to do a little bit too much. He's trying to be a little bit too much of a playmaker and trying to force things and have a really bad outing at Cal and muffed a punt and Golden Bears scored a touchdown and were able to win that game based on his miscue. So he's trying to find himself as a sophomore. I think he had a bounce back game against Rutgers last week. He had a 60-yard punt return and had a really nice sack on former Gophers quarterback Ethan Kelly-McManus and had a bunch of tackles, but he's still trying to find himself a little bit. I think he's missing a couple of tackles. I think he's a heavy-hitting safety who prides himself on being a ball hawk, and obviously he's got All-American buzz coming into this year, but hasn't quite worked out for him so far.
We're talking all things Minnesota football with Andy Greeter, who covers the Gopher football for the St. Paul Pioneer Press. Let's stay there on defense right now, Andy, because the numbers tell us that Minnesota's been doing a good job of getting after the quarterback. And one guy that's been a big part of that is Anthony Smith. Talk about this defensive line and some of the guys that have been creating a lot of static down in the trenches.
Yeah, it really starts with number 0, Anthony Smith. He's all of 6'6", 290 pounds, and doesn't quite look – he looks more of like a defensive tackle than a defensive end, but he's got the twitch to play on the outside at an edge spot. And he was very disruptive against Rutgers, and he's been very disruptive over his last 10 or so games. And, he's a guy that I think the Gophers could have go in the first or second round here in the NFL draft in April. And it really kind of starts and ends with him because I think there's some other quality pieces. Devin Eastern is a senior that, could get drafted as well interior-wise. But it really starts with Anthony Smith, and if they're able to take him out of it, I think they're able to kind of neutralize what the Gophers have up front.
Absolutely. I'm a PJ Fleck fan. When I first got to Ohio State, he was still, when I first started getting recruited, he recruited me for like a bit there, and then he was in Tampa when I was coming out as a receiver coach. So any interactions with him, I always like him. But I wanted to ask you, his psyche, the psyche of the team, obviously the slow starts this year, coming off last week. What's his message coming into Columbus 3-1, going against this type of team? Where are they sitting right now with Coach Fleck's leadership?
Yeah, I think when you look at him, obviously, as you know, he's about 5'9" and was able to play at Northern Illinois and got a few years with the San Francisco 49ers. So he's been overachieving his entire life. He was one of the youngest coaches in college football when he started at Western Michigan and when he got to Minnesota as well. And so I think there's always kind of as you know, there's always some phrases with PJ. It's not a chip on his shoulder. It's more of a crack, right? And that's kind of how they look at it. They certainly understand that they're going to be a massive underdog when it comes to the game tomorrow night in Columbus, but I think they want to look at kind of relishing that opportunity and really leaning into the fact that they're underdogs and finding a way to, as Drake Lindsay said earlier this week, kind of shock the world.
Andy, when it comes to playmakers around Drake Lindsay, who are some guys we should be looking out for? I mean, you touched on it. This Buckeye defense has been really, really good so far. So points and the big chunk plays are really hard to come by. But the guys that could help Drake Lindsay, who are some names to watch?
Yeah, well, I mean, first and foremost, it's probably what's the availability going to be with Darius Taylor, their dynamic running back, who's also really good out of the backfield. He hurt his hamstring a couple of weeks ago. He's been out for a number of weeks. We'll see. They're very guarded when it comes to injuries. We'll see if he's able to go. I don't think he will be, but we'll see. So without him, really turns to some of the pass catchers, right? I think you look at like a Javon Tracy, transfer from Miami of Ohio. He's been a threat. Galen Smith, another young wide receiver from Minnesota. And Jamison Gears, one of their tight ends, who's been really good, especially in the red zone. I know the Buckeyes have been absolutely lights out when it comes to other teams getting in the red zone, but Jamison Gears has made some really nice contested catches in that area. So those are three players that I would look to as potential threats against the Buckeyes.
You touched on a guy or two that they got out of the portal. As you know, just that and NIL is having such an impact on the sport right now. Like that aspect of this football program right now, NIL, the portal, what's that looking like for you guys up there?
Yeah, it's a challenge, right? Obviously, the Buckeyes are the haves, and the Gophers and so many others are the have-nots. I think what has made PJ able to be successful at Minnesota is they haven't lost a lot of players. In the last 2 years, really the only player that they wanted to keep that they couldn't is Phillip Daniels. And you guys obviously know him because he's a starting right tackle for you guys. But he's a Cincinnati guy. His cousin's Paris Johnson. All of those things really made sense for him to come home and play for the team that he grew up rooting for. But they've done a nice job of really retaining a lot of the other guys and being a developmental type program and trying to find ways to be successful for guys that are at the group of 5 level that have peaked at that spot and want to try themselves at the Power 4 level. So I think that's where they've tried to find the inroads and try to find successes and try to find something out of a bargain bin, if you will, because obviously their NIL budget is a tenth of what the Buckeyes is. So they really have to try to find value in spots that obviously the Buckeyes aren't looking for.
Andy, we'll get you out of here on this one. The expectation now for this football program moving forward after a 3-1 start. Look, you lose one to Ohio State. There's no shame in that. But let's say they do lose that game. Coming out of this one at the shoe, what's your expectation now for this team after watching them for a few weeks?
I would say it's still trying to find a way to, 7, maybe 8 wins. I think they have it in them. I think if they're able to get Darius Taylor back and the quarterback continues to make the strides that he has and Drake Lindsey and the defense is usually pretty stout. Obviously, the level of competition is going to be different this weekend. But I think this team has enough pieces within it to find a way to obviously get bowl eligibility, but the Gophers are used to that at this point. So it's finding a way to get to 7, get to 8. Are there ways to kind of pull off some upsets along the way? Obviously, they go to Oregon. That's going to be their next most difficult game on the schedule. But it's trying to be in that second tier of the Big Ten, try to punch up and win the games that you should and maybe knock off a bigger boy along the way.
By the way, I appreciated your tweet from earlier today. An impatient woman hailing an Uber at the Columbus airport telephones her driver and says she is wearing an Ohio State shirt, as if that narrows it down in this city. That's good stuff. Andy, we appreciate your time, my man. Enjoy the game and enjoy the rest of the season. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Really good stuff. He's Andy Greeter, covers Gopher football at the St. Paul Pioneer Press. Before we hit a break, I want to let you know that you can join the Fan live on campus Saturday as the Buckeyes are hosting Minnesota. We're tailgating at the O Patio and Pub on Lane beginning at 10 a.m. featuring live bands, great food, and a fun time. The Fan at the O Patio and Pub on Lane is sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers, Jameson Whiskey, Didn't Go to College, and Coors Light. We'll hit the finish line of the show, and week next, we'll tell the truth. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
Whatever you're doing right now, just know that Bo Bishop is enjoying a sip of bourbon. Even if this promo is playing in the morning, no judgment.
Ah, sweet morning drinking.
The Fan.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
Parents, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're listening.
Yeah. Are your teens good with money?
She's a good kid.
She's the
but
best,
yeah.
I get it. Switch to Huntington Bank, and your teen debit card can really help.
Oh?
You can set spending limits, and your kid can track budgets, so they learn that money doesn't, in fact, grow on trees.
I think we need this.
Sounds good, yeah. We feel you, parents. Let's get more from teen banking. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
You've heard about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Yeah, that's an old one. My dad told that one to me. But when it's your real feet, it's not a game. It's awful. Hey, it's Anthony. I had pain in my feet and my lower back, so I went to the Good Feet store and got the support I needed in my shoes that changed the game for me. I went in and they personally fit me for arch supports that would be perfect for my feet. The fitting process is simple. They ask the right questions about exactly what I was experiencing and the lifestyle I want to be able to live. They professionally measured my feet and arch size, and before I knew it, I was wearing my new arch supports home. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put into all of my shoes. Get professionally fitted at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. Columbus, October is here, and with good weather comes more home improvement projects. Do you have old, stuck, or cracked windows that you've been putting off replacing? Well, Window Nation Columbus can help. This month, when you buy 2 windows, you'll get 2 more for free. There's no limit to how many windows you replace, and your total price includes 1-day installation. With Window Nation, you also won't have to make any payments for 2 years, which is a big deal with the holiday season coming up. And did I mention you could celebrate your newly upgraded home with 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game? What other company in Columbus would thank you for replacing all your windows in your home with a fun experience like that? Put an end to your window problems before this beautiful fall weather ends. Now through October 31st, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free now, plus pay nothing for 2 years with Window Nation, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit windownation.com today to start your free estimate. That's windownation.com.
Let's face it, repairing or replacing your roof is a big decision. It's an investment in your home, your safety, and your peace of mind. But with so many roofing companies out there, how do you know which one to trust? How do you know your investment will be in good hands? Since 1992, Newman Roofing has been the family-owned company homeowners have relied on. We understand that roofing projects can be stressful. That's why we built our company around you, offering a white glove experience designed to make your roofing project as smooth and easy as possible. At Newman Roofing, we focus on the details because the details matter. Our craftsmanship, attention to quality, and commitment to service are second to none. Why? Because when your name is on it, it just means more. Your roof isn't just another project. It's our promise to deliver the very best. So, as the cooler weather approaches, don't wait. Get your Newman roof while there's still time this fall. Call us today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Ryan Day's Buckeyes are back at the shoe for a Big Ten battle with Minnesota.
Live fan coverage starts Saturday at noon with the kick at 7:30.
Every game, every season, your flagship home of the Buckeyes, The Fan, Ohio sports destination. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tell the truth with Rothman Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. Call 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com now.
All right, TLC, take us to the crib. What do you got cooked up and tell the truth today, my man?
All right, I think I got to the bottom of what happened at the end of over-unders with the Chiefs and the Lions, who are not playing each other this week. So, the odds, they had the odds for this week and next week, and it just so happens Bengals and Lions this week, 48.5. Chiefs and Lions next week, also 48.5. So I gave you a game that will happen.
Yeah.
We'll have an over-under of 48.5.
Right.
If you're just waiting for it this weekend, you're not going to see it.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Go ahead, sorry.
Bengals, Lions, over under 48.5. There we go.
Bengals, Lions over under 48.5. Depot, not a lot of confidence right now in this Bengals offense.
But what about the Lions that put up 50?
A lot of confidence in
when
them.
you put it like that.
Exactly.
They already put up 50.
They did.
Twice this year.
They did. I'm going to go with the under on 48.5 between Detroit and Cincinnati this week. Yeah, give me the under on that.
I'm going to go. My Bengals optimism would want me to do that. But if it gets ugly, I'm going with the over. I'm just going with I just think if it gets, yeah. Just because they have capabilities to just.
You're talking the Bills, the Ravens, and the Detroit Lions is probably the top 3 offensive units in the sport right now.
Who's going to guard number 14? Bengals. It's going to be, it's going to be tough.
Because with Detroit, too, to your point, it's so many guys you have to worry about. They make you cover every blade of grass out there with the Blazer and Jamison Williams with his speed, good tight end with Laporta, and then you got the dynamic duo coming out of the backfield, and you mentioned Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, it's just so much you have to worry about, and they have a good offensive line up front, too, which has allowed those guys to get busy. And so, yeah, it's a tough day at the office. dealing with the Lions offense, that's for sure. I'm going under, though, TLC.
No going on in Cleveland, man.
Some factories.
Thank you, Joe Kim. All right, I went on some website. This is called thepioneerwoman.com. They have a list of 113 texting abbreviations.
Okay.
And I was happy for a long time because I was scrolling through, and I knew what a lot of these abbreviations meant. Like, if I said IYKYK.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what, So some of these are really weird, too. Or OOTD.
OOTD. Outfit of the day.
There you go. All right, you're killing it. But a lot of these aren't acronyms that you spell out loud.
Yeah.
I must confess, there are a couple that I caught where I'm like, oh, I've definitely said that before.
Out loud?
Yeah.
I know you
Which
have.
ones?
TBH.
To be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just like slipped into the lingo a little bit. So I have been cursed a little bit by being a part of the texting generation. That's one. IMO.
In my opinion.
Okay. You might throw that at the end of a sentence or whatever.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
I've done
IMO.
that. I've done that a couple times.
So, hey,
I've done that.
IMO.
Yeah, I've done that.
There we go.
It's not a lot. It's deep in my bag. In my bag. That one is.
When I was courting my wife about 15 years ago.
Okay.
I was spelling out every word, all right? That's all I can say.
Okay.
How about now? Now that you're comfortable with each other.
Man.
Acronym
I
after
think if
acronym
I started,
after acronym?
Yeah, if I started doing that, she'd be like, why are you texting me like that? I think so. I think it would get weird.
Yeah, she's calling you out.
Yeah, it would get weird.
I don't think I've just said if I've said OMG, it's been sarcastic. I've never actually said that.
You laughing at a girl like, you done had a couple drinks with, OMG. I can see you doing that, TLC. I can see you just selling it hard. OMG, oh my God, OMG.
Not even close. I will say there is one that's been a big one with my friend group.
What is that?
A lot of us have delivered SMH.
I'm heavy on that. Via text, I'm heavy on that.
I mean, saying
Not
that out
verbally.
loud. We've said that out loud.
Said it out loud.
SMH?
We've SMH'd each other, man.
Okay.
How many people, by the way, listening to this don't even know what I'm talking about yet?
I think there's a lot of people that do.
Shaking my head.
Is it an old thing for emojis to do a lot of emojis? Is that an older person thing?
No, I think emojis are in play.
Okay.
I'm an emoji guy.
Okay, I'm an emoji.
It helps paint the
I'm a
picture
gift
a
guy.
little bit.
I'm a gift guy.
I'm
GIF
heavy
guy.
on that.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the funny things too. Is with this profession, we have a lot of cool people phone numbers because we got to text them to get them on the show. Hey, you ready to go? And some people will respond with emojis that you wouldn't expect. I remember the first time I texted Paul Feinbaum to get him on Bo Bishop's show. He responded with emojis, and I'm like, I didn't peg Paul Feinbaum as an emoji
He's
texter.
an emoji guy. Yeah, he's probably on TV just sending emojis. Boom, boom.
Some people just send emojis. You never know what kind of texter you get until you start texting them.
TLC, did I see that Paul Feinbaum may be leaving the world of sports and going into some political stuff?
Yeah, so Bruce Pearl, I think, announced that he is not going to be running for Alabama Senate.
Okay.
So Tommy Tuberville is going to run for governor.
Okay.
So I couldn't even tell you if there's a term limit or how many times you can run. So I don't know. But Tommy Tuberville is looking for a different role.
Yeah.
It was thought that Bruce Pearl was going to leave the Auburn job for that. He said that's not the case. And so now it's being floated. Well, what about Paul Feinbaum?
Okay.
And so he was interviewed by Clay Travis where Clay brought this up and he seemed like he was heavily considering it.
Okay, so that's another very popular TV/sports personality that's going down this road because I know Stephen A. Smith has alluded to potentially running for president one day. And he seems pretty serious about that as well. And so I think if Paul Feinbaum runs in Alabama, I think he will win.
Oh, yeah.
I think he will win.
That's what Clay Travis said to him. He said, I think you have 100% name recognition in the state of Alabama. I think everybody's at least heard of you in some capacity.
Yeah, I think he win.
And any final thoughts of the game? Score predictions? Anything?
I mean,
trap game possibly between Washington and Illinois?
That's an interesting question. Would I view this as a trap game? No, because
I think Minnesota's good enough for that.
Right.
It's more so just Ohio State's schedule and how it lines up.
I think what you're talking about is just human nature, though, sometimes, right? Like, that just happens. But I think Depot brought up something earlier that I invest in. It's the mentality of this team right now. That, to me, they're just an energy of no nonsense, no letting off the gas. Coach Day consistently comes to every presser and in some form or fashion says, we got a lot of work to do. So from the top down, I just don't think this team's going to go down that road. So, yeah, I think this will be a clean outing. I don't think this will be a look-ahead game.
Yeah, I don't see that. I honestly probably expect another dominant defensive performance. And then I expect our offense to find a rhythm, and I think we could be somewhere in the 40-point area for sure. Yeah.
And I am looking at a half-empty bottle of Cavatier, which means that we are just about out of time.
Depot, appreciate you.
See you in the morning.
We'll do it tomorrow.
And Monday.
And so you're back Monday for AR.
Yeah.
It'll be you, me, Dane, and TLC tomorrow from 2.
Dane.
Dane is back. Got that confirmation from Fish, so we'll talk to him about the new blessing to the family. New baby is in the world here. So, yeah, we'll be on 2 to 4 tomorrow right here on The Fan. Hey, but before we go, if you missed anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you have to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3, we'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the pod as well. Bet365 is the sponsor of the Rothman and Ice podcast. Coming up top of the hour, Common Man and Timmy will take you to 6 o'clock. Common Man is back, so don't move. Folks, as always, we love you. Stay safe out there. We're Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
The Big Nine was a sad, incomplete place. Enter Ohio State. The rest is history. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.